Guess we're gonna be going live this way, man. Hold on, man. God damn. What's the deal, gang? Where y'all at? Yeah, man. What's the deal, man? I press live with the joint. Don't be making fun of my head neither. I'm getting along. They be hating. But shout out Cali, man. Y'all know what's going on. Man, I don't know what's going on in the afterlife, man. I don't know, man. I really don't speak on stuff like that, bro. I'm here with y'all right now, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So as y'all all know, if y'all haven't known or heard, Fool, I'm finna play it for y'all. The man dropped a 3 hour documentary. King Von Rap's first serial killer. Did 763K in one day. Uh, this thing damn near 4 hours long, bro. This man, they might be up there battle rapping, catching the fade. They might be doing something. Facts. Y'all know who that way? Put them on there, cause I don't never be catching them. How y'all feel about that, man? Y'all think Von was a real serial killer? We praise Von. Come on, man. Let him lock up like this? There's only gonna be 4 of them. You crazy? Man, look, documentary. I'ma skim through it. What you on? Jumar, what's happening, guy? This man made a 3 hour documentary, man.
The fantastic thing about Hand Stone is there's
Hold on.
such a variety of massages to pick from. My massage therapist, Chris,
environment, the city and the state politicians ultimately have failed to create the economic circumstances for someone to grow up safely in these areas. Had there been better economic prospects in the hoods of Chicago, perhaps many of these young men wouldn't have been forced into a life of crime and violence. Furthermore, when it comes to the analysis of King Von's eventual transformation into what some have described as a serial killer, there's actually an argument to be made that geography may have played a part in King Von feeling like he could get away with so many murders. The 70s to the 2000s have actually been described as the golden age of serial murder. And one possible cause for this phenomenon around this period has been cited as urbanization and the concentration of inner city living. Some people have said that putting so many people in such close proximity ends up offering a unique level of anonymity when it comes to committing crimes in these complicated, busy and overpopulated areas. Put simply, this means that in O Block, the sheer amount of people, overlapping gang conflicts and normalization of violence on the streets means that somebody like King Von could kill multiple people without attracting too much attention to him personally. As sad as it is to say, in the eyes of the...
He said Von could have killed all them people without putting attention to himself. Man, Von was the type, of the storyteller. So when Von did stuff, when Von rapped about his actual life, things that he did do, you know what I'm saying? Von rapped about, man, Von rapped about everything that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Maybe, I don't know. It can be true. It can be false. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just not coming in the chat, we got 207 people, man. Hit that like button, man. Keep me in the algorithm, man. With the likes, man, it goes up, man. You know, it's free. Y'all ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? And when they call you a serial killer was a person that killed multiple people. A serial killer is a person that has a fetish for killing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, a serial killer is a sick person. You know what I'm saying? A serial killer is a person that eats, sleep, drink murders. Now, who's the Boosie boy? At the end of the day, y'all always get to coming on and get to. We could talk about that, but I'm talking about what's in my title. Who was scared of Vaughn? Me, I don't even know Vaughn personally. Three bodies is not three. So three bodies make you a serial killer. Man, y'all keep saying names that I feel like. Stop saying people name that. I don't know what y'all get in this internet rap stuff. Yeah, Vaughn. Vaughn was younger than me, man. That was I don't you know he from over there. I'm not from O Block G. You know what I'm saying? Ducking them. That was like they went to school with them. But personally, like Vaughn was in jail, so when they was in school, I was already out of school. So he wasn't nobody that you know that yellow. But he might have. Yeah, I want you too, Top G. They just be talking, bro. They don't know what they be talking about. He might have did that. He might have did that. I mean, at the end of the day, people ain't gonna just be coming out making videos saying somebody a serial killer. Or hey, this or that. If at the end of the day, he talked
It
about a
was
lot
just
of
another
this stuff
casualty
in
of a
his
gang war
music.
rather than a specific crime that could be solved. And it's these circumstances that were the perfect conditions for a young
I'm
King
trying to
Von
figure
to
out
be
this man right
extremely
here though.
honest
He all the
community
way in
with
London
minimal
somewhere.
consequences. And whilst King Von was in jail, gun violence had raged on between the Black Disciples from Wick City and the rival Gangster Disciples from St. Lawrence and Eberhard Avenues, or STL-EBT. And during this time, whilst King Von was incarcerated, a 15-year-old gangster disciple from the rival hood by the name of Tuka was murdered. Real name Shandale Gregory, Tuka was shot dead at a bus stop on the 600 block of East 63rd Street on the 12th of January 2011 at around 6:48 p.m. It was around that time that a masked gunman jumped out of a vehicle, shooting Tuka several times. Tuka was hated by his rivals from the Black Disciples, and over the next decade, BDs would continue to disrespect him on social media and in popular songs. And in honor of their fallen friend, gangster disciples from St. Lawrence and Eberhard would rename their area Tukaville. It's never been fully revealed to the public who killed Tuka, but ever since, there has been intense speculation that a boy named O.D. Perry from Wick City might have had something to do with it. This is partly due to him being pictured regularly with a silver revolver, and the witness report from the Tuka murder stated that Tuka was actually shot with a long-barreled silver revolver. Regardless of whether or not O.D. was really the person who killed Tuka, that didn't really matter, because later that year, on August the 10th, 2011, in an act of retaliation, O.D. Perry was killed just outside Parkway Gardens. He would suffer multiple gunshot wounds, including one to the neck, at about 11:35 p.m. Just like Tukaville, Wick City was also renamed in the memory of their fallen.
So this man he all the way in London, gang. Y'all gotta think about this. Make this make sense. He all the way in London, and y'all be wondering how do the police know stuff? How is this man? This man not even in the United States, and he's speaking on United States stuff. He's speaking on who killed who. He's speaking on these people dead. It already happened. So you know what I'm saying. But he's speaking on Chicago. He's telling Chicago stories. So y'all think the police can't sit back and do that? Y'all got to think about it. Social media is the giveaway to everything. Everything. With social media, they don't need nothing no more. Niggas go kill people, rob people, post their money, post their guns, post everything. Giving it self snitching, man. Giving it away, man.
Friend O.D. O-Block, and it's believed that one of the shooters who killed O.D. was a female teenage shooter by the name of Jakira Barnes, or K.I. Following the
K.I.
murder,
Rest
K.I.
in
would begin
peace.
to pose on social media with a silver revolver, similar to the one that O.D. was known to carry, and her rumored involvement in this murder of a beloved O-Block member would lead to K.I. becoming a major target herself, with matters not helped by the fact that she would regularly tweet insulting O.D. Perry and alluding to have having killed him, along with others who would openly claim that K.I. made the O, meaning that she killed O.D. and was the one that caused Wick City to change the name of their block to O Block. But the tragedies in O-Block were far from over. On the 18th of October 2011, another O-Block native by the name of Platoon, real name Edward Riley, would be shot dead inside O-Block after being approached by two people with firearms. Another devastating loss to the community would come when 19-year-old Sherroyd Liggins would be shot in the head and left for dead on February the 16th, 2012, also at O-Block. This murder was particularly notable for the fact that it was believed that Sherroyd was killed by a Tocqueville shooter by the name of Boss Trell. As the gang war in his neighborhood continued to take more and more of his friends' lives, King Von would get more and more involved, continuing to play a role in the gang war going on in Chicago's street underworld. Von later rapped on the song Don't Want to Be Me that everything changed for him in 2012, and that this is when he decided to get more active in the gang war, with Von saying specifically that the deaths of OD and Platoon completely changed his plans and led him to put on a mask and get active in the gang war. Now, there's a lot of speculation about the exact murders that Von was allegedly in.
I told y'all. How he saying that? He's saying what Vaughn was saying in his music. At the end of the day, let me see, man. My bad. Somebody called me, so y'all might not gonna be able to hear me. Can y'all hear me? So, Vaughn was rapping about a lot of this stuff in his music already, gang. You know what I'm saying? He was already self-snitching on himself. He was telling his story. Crazy stories. Think about that, bro. Crazy stories. He telling crazy stories. How do y'all think they get majority of this game that they get? Vaughn gave it to him. Facts. He gave it to him, gang. He gave it to the world. Just listen. Open y'all ear. I'm gonna put the link to this.
But the very first murder that Von was associated with took place on April the 28th, 2012, when a group of 4 men would catch a man called King Doc, real name Marlon Monroe, shooting him as he walked into a convenience store, with Doc apparently stumbling into a patch of tall weeds after the shooting, where he would pass away and lay undiscovered for hours. Doc would eventually be found dead by his 16-year-old cousin, Modell McCambry. Doc would be remembered as an original native of St. Lawrence and Eberhart Avenues, with his affiliation to the area likely the reason that the killers from O-Block would target him, despite the fact that Doc had apparently left the gang life behind him, becoming a painter to get out of the streets. Apparently hurt by the death of his cousin, Modell, that boy who discovered Doc's body, would then begin to get more involved in the gangs in the area too, beginning to hang around with people like KI and FBG Duck, as well as being seen on social media with guns. In fact, it's actually around this time that social media begins to play a bigger and bigger role in the gang war in Chicago. And during this time, King Von himself would become a prolific user of Twitter, beginning a flurry of activity on the platform after signing up in June 2012, going on to tweet constantly about his activities in the streets, seemingly with no fear about incriminating himself. Von would openly claim
without incriminating himself. This man is in London telling y'all. This man is on Twitter talking. He in his songs talking. He was a serial killer, and he was just, obviously, he didn't care. You couldn't have a care in the world that you was putting your business out on Twitter. Let's go and see his.
He would say that he
I'm
was
drilling
like
niggas.
In the streets with his best friend and fellow O-Block shooter
T-Roy
warning ops not to diss them,
dissing
claiming to
us.
shoot people like it's nothing.
But you ain't got no sense. Ever since I was young, I used to drill. I'll whack your ass.
He would regularly diss numerous rival hoods and gangs and be claiming to be paranoid due to having so many people trying to kill him. Von claimed on Twitter to get so enraged whenever he hears the name Tuca or St. Lawrence that his trigger finger just starts itching. But during this time that Von was tweeting openly about all the crimes that he was willing to do,
man, listen to this.
These crimes would continue to play out. On August the 7th, 2012, Von would make a tweet saying that homicide is in the air and that it smells like a graveyard. Then, in the early hours of the morning the following day, on August the 8th, 2012, a group of guys from O-Block, rumored to include King Von and T-Roy, would be out looking for enemies to kill. Dirty Rel, real name
had to be slow.
Joshua, an older member with affiliations to
you gotta be slow. You doing this, man.
City, who had actually moved out of Chicago but was back in town, would end up being shot dead and found on a sidewalk on the first block of East 56th Street in Washington Park just before 3:30 a.m. However, in this case, retaliation would come fast. As the day of August 8th, 2012 goes by, That same evening, around 11:30 p.m., King Von is out with his close friend White White, real name Tony Dunn. They would go to a convenience store together on East 63rd Street and South Martin Luther King Drive. Here, Von would go inside the store whilst White White waited outside. At this point, a gunman pulls up, shooting White White in the back, with a police officer on the scene even returning fire and hitting the shooter, who ultimately managed to escape. White White would be pronounced dead in the early hours of the morning on August the 9th, 2012. This date just so happened to be King Von's 18th birthday. This was a devastating incident for Von, who would tweet numerous times about the murder of his friend Whitey, including this one where he said that he had just bought Whitey a pill and gone inside the store, only coming back outside to find a crowd surrounding his shot friend and at first believing that Whitey would be okay. After this, Von would tweet messages saying that this killing is what led him to act out, and in the days following, he would be pledging to kill his enemies publicly. Von later elaborated on his mindset around this period in his song Demon, saying outright that witnessing the death of his close friend Whitey on his 18th birthday was the exact thing that turned him into a demon. And Von would rap that after this, him and his right-hand man T-Roy would be doing hits back-to-back to avenge this tragic loss.
Was he a serial killer or was he just slow? No, I ain't never go out there with Uncle Molly. That was Lil J and them, gang. Serial killer or just slow? There's a difference. I mean, being slow, serial killer, you gotta be slow to be a serial killer anyway. The average person not thinking about this sick minded stuff that people is doing, gang. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so I called him a demon. So I called him, yeah. You had to be, he wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and I say that because I ain't really make like when you a killer or when you doing stuff, gang, you do that in silent, gang. You not trying to be loud with that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just trying to get your name out there and be known as the killer to, like I said before, bro, that ain't doing nothing but making it hot for you. You putting heat on yourself. We got 343 people, 93 likes. Y'all, all right, man. If y'all just coming to the chat, hit that like button, man. Turn on the notification bell. Subscribe to my channel if y'all rocking, man. If y'all ain't really rocking for real, ain't no time to even be here, man. Y'all could sign off or go watch somebody else's channel, gang. Straight up, man. Like, I like real supporters. I like real thorough people, gang. If y'all not thorough, y'all ain't solid, I don't care, bro. It could go 351 could turn to 151 long as there's 151 solid people on here, man. For real. Uh,
Von would
simple
apparently be
stuff.
trying to
Y'all
kill
make it so
much more
hard, gang.
ruthlessly after this, desperately wanting to get at rival shooters KI and Wooski, who had mocked White White's death on Twitter. In September 2012, King Von and others caught KI on the train, apparently beating her up and mocking her on Twitter in the aftermath. Von would eventually catch up with KI in much more deadly circumstances, but not for a couple of years. For now, he would continue to gangbang in the streets with his O-Block brothers like T-Roy, ultimately winding up implicated in numerous murders as he continued to seek revenge for the murder of White White, and one body at a time, building up a fearsome reputation as one of O-Block's most ruthless killers.
Man, I used to back in the day. I used to like Juice Man. Juice Man was hard. And you said, I said, okay, we call Breeze and we ain't do that. But did you hear what I said? We didn't make a phone call for nothing to happen to Breezy though. So there's a difference. You can't say why we call Breezy because I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna do nothing in broad daylight in a public place and get blurped and do all the extra stuff. That nigga had pipe on him. He made a phone call. You got to think he made a phone call to make something happen. So obviously you was with all of it. I never got on there one time and said I'm trying to hurt Breezy or do anything to Breezy. I didn't even know Breezy. I didn't nothing about no Breezy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. At the end of the day, you know,
drill veteran Tay Capone would tell 16 Shot and Visuals in an interview that if you hung around King Von in 2012, you simply had to accept that you would be in shootouts.
If you was hanging with Von, you had to accept everything that came with Von. You had to accept that you was going to be in shootings, accept that it was going to be that, and you had to be with it, you feel me, with Von.
King Von was on a mission in 2012 to get revenge for the friends that he had lost to the gang.
I'm not a goofy
Losing
man.
Puff D, Platoon, and White White turned him into a demon, he said. So he would spend every day in the streets of Chicago stalking his ops and broadcasting his activities on Twitter for the whole world to see. On September the 6th, 2012, Von would get arrested, even taking selfies for Twitter inside of the cop car. He would post pictures of him and his partner in crime, T. Roy, dubbing themselves the O-Block Savages. In fact, after posting one picture together, one woman from O-Block even suggested that Von and T. Roy stop being photographed together in case somebody sends it to the police. Von would tweet how him and T. Roy's names were ringing in the streets and that people were praising them for doing their thing.
Yeah, y'all name was ringing in the streets.
To refer to his drilling,
I don't know,
tweeting
Bella.
to the ops that he's about to go on their block and do his thingy thing, telling them that they have 2 hours to clear the streets, promising to blast them on sight. Von would even reflect on a conversation that he had had with T. Roy,
Self-snitching,
they
right?
can't die soon because they know they're going to hell for all the bad things they had done in the streets. Von would even openly tweet about shooting up Dunbar High School around this time. And unsurprisingly, he would continue to be in the eyes of the law, being picked up in October for battery. But little did the police know just how serious Von's crimes were about to get in the coming weeks. On the 13th of October 2012, Von tweeted that he is about to pop these pills and spaz out.
I'm about to pop these pills and spaz. Shorty was slow, bro.
Anybody down for a while and saying that he's getting dry. Perhaps a tweet with a double meaning that could refer to sex or murder. That very same day, Von would tweet that his ops party tonight
Ain't
is
no
getting
party
cancelled.
MLB
Later,
tonight.
Von is tweeting asking
Man,
for somebody
somebody
to
come get me real
And
quick.
30 minutes later, Von tweets simply, "Huh," followed by 45 Glock me. That very night of October the 13th, 2012, Modell, that same teen who had found the body of his cousin King Doc dead just 6 months before, would be walking down the street with another one of his cousins on their way to meet a girl. When just before 9:30 p.m., somebody approached them on foot, opening fire. Modell would be shot in the chest and later pronounced dead in hospital. No one was ever charged with this murder or attempted murder, but many years later, police documents would be released revealing that King Von himself was positively
I ain't taking the talent from him at all.
with T. Roy apparently at the scene
But
too.
something was
This
wrong
meant
with
that
him.
King
He
Von
was
the
definitely
prime
fucked
suspect
up.
in the murder. And
Nigga
not only
was
that,
sick.
But King Von would tweet immediately after the killing.
Serial
And it's
killer,
important to remember
demon.
that Twitter timestamps
Something
from
mentally
universal
wasn't, the
coordinate
screws
time.
wasn't
That's the
there,
same as
gang.
UK time,
Let's
and
get
that's
these
why
likes up,
released
man.
tweets
Let's
on,
get these
which
likes.
is 6
Subscribe to
hours
my
ahead
channel,
of
man.
Chicago time. So for me to get the exact time of a tweet that was made by King Von or KI or somebody else in Chicago, I have to take the time that it shows on Twitter and minus 6. I'm
Good
telling you
looking.
this because
King
Modell
Adam
was shot
TV.
around
Ahmad.
9:30 p.m.
My
That
bad.
means that King Von
No, I'm
tweeted
slow.
who died about 17 minutes
What y'all
after the
on,
murder
man?
of Modell took place. And that tweet was followed by yet another one reading, "It's not safe around our way," which came less than an hour after the shooting. And Von's "Who Died" tweet would provoke responses from somebody who even knew Modell, with Von saying that the dead person is somebody that they know. In
Who
addition
died?
to that exchange, the female shooter from Tuckerville, KI, would end up getting arrested not long after this for apparently shooting indiscriminately into O-Block, hoping to kill anybody in retaliation for Modell. None of this seemed to bother King Von, however, as he clearly got a lot of satisfaction out of having seemingly killed again. The day after the murder of Modell, Von would tweet that him and T. Roy have
But
a
whoever
problem
did-
and that they can't stop doing their thingy thing.
I ain't gonna lie. Shorty that do these documentaries, he's sick too. Y'all know why he's sick? I'm finna tell you why he's sick. He's sick because he sit at home on that computer and studies Chicago's murder, King Von, everybody deaf. All his videos is like the last moments and documentaries towards Chicago. Like, bro, you in London. You know why? They not having no action. They not having no action. People not getting killed over there in London like that. You know what I'm saying? Von sick? What the fuck? Niggas, Von was sick as fuck. Von was sick, bro. You sick, bro. If you want to just kill, rap. Before he was rapping, he was tweeting about what he was doing, what he about to do, laughing. Bro, Von, and y'all say people snitching. Von was snitching on himself. Von didn't care. You know, like, you got people that be serial killers that leave puzzles. Von knew what he was doing before he died. He knew sooner or later, gang. Look what just happened. After he died, than a 4-hour documentary about this man, about everything he was doing. Somebody gonna put the pieces to the puzzle together and figure out what this man was doing. You know what I'm saying? Man, if Vaughn was out right now, man, Vaughn would be locked up. Facts. He'd be locked up because it's too much. It's too much.
Von would tweet that the streets are in trouble when he's coming, and he would brush off the cops' attempts to arrest him. In fact, only 2 days after the killing, he would get into an argument with a well-known Tuckerville GD known as Wooski on Twitter. Wooski had inferred that he had been out looking to catch Von that day, asking him where they were at, with Von leaving a heartless reply saying that he was getting t-shirts made for Modell's funeral. Unsurprisingly, Von would find himself on the radar of the police following the murder of Modell, getting picked up for unlawful possession of a firearm and being questioned in October 2012, with Von later tweeting that the cops grabbed him and warned him to be careful. Apparently the cops even told Von that when they question their ops, they all talk about him and T-Roy, suggesting that their names are feared in the streets. Von would even tweet after that his own mother was beginning to hear the rumors about his violent behavior in the streets, and she was trying to put him on punishment. But Von wasn't deterred, and he kept using Twitter to
Look at this
increase his
shit.
reputation
Let's
as a
just get
killer.
the likes
For a
up, man.
month, Von would be sending unprovoked Twitter ads at Wooski, asking if he knew who killed Modell, provoking responses from numerous ops who wanted to see Von dead, including Wooski and KI. And to me, this is where we see King Von really beginning to take pleasure in killing. For years to come, he would tweet mocking Modell, saying it's messed up what happened to him and that he's a straight sucker. It's this sort of behavior where I believe that Von crosses the line from a normal gangbanger killing to survive to a full-blown serial killer who is taking the lives of others systemically for his own personal gratification. At this point, Von has already satisfied the conditions of being a serial killer, having allegedly killed more than 3 people in different locations with large periods of time in between the killings. And his tweets express a clear tendency to take pleasure in killing and a desire to show the world what he's doing. In a way, King Von's purpose in life at this point in time wasn't just revenge and murder for sport. It was about doing these crimes and giving the world clues about what he had done. And as the story goes on, you'll see King Von constantly hint towards his crimes.
Is it
on
killing
social
over there?
media, in his music,
Do y'all got
and
y'all got
even
guns over there?
television.
They
But
got
now,
guns over there. They
had
shooting
emerged
people. They
that Von
stabbing.
clearly had a thirst for blood. He was becoming a talented shooter and not facing any consequences for these crimes. And so, in the coming months, Von would be rumoured to have been connected to at least 3 more murders, with the police only catching up to him when it was too.
Whoa. Right, no guns, so it ain't no killer like our killing. People probably getting stabbed, probably a lot of stabbings, but I'm saying like, but to be honest, to make it a difference, it takes a lot in you. You gotta be a real killer to take a knife and stab somebody. Shooting, that's like the easiest thing to do. I could come across the street and shoot over there, but with a knife, so y'all might be even sicker over there. Y'all might be sicker. Yeah, y'all might be sicker, gang.
In late 2012, Von was earning a reputation as a
Let's
big
talk
shooter
about it.
in the Chicago gang wars, something he would be more than happy to broadcast to the world. Von would be seen in clips posted to social media, sliding in cars with his partner in crime T-Roy and others, throwing up gang signs and saying that they're smoking Tuka. Yeah.
Both of the Zardales.
And he'd be seen with his boys mobbing deep in trap houses. And Von would even broadcast his activities rolling with the gang to the local store. Von was surprisingly open about his gangbanging life on social media, and he would be particularly active on Twitter during these violent months. He would tweet openly that he was planning to shoot at random people in traffic. He would tweet that he is STLK, or a St. Lawrence killer, and interestingly, around these times, on the 18th of October 2012, O-Block native Chief Keef would release his hit song Love Sosa, a legendary Chicago drill anthem with lyrics about killing people for disrespecting O-Block. At this point in 2012, Chief Keef had become a global rap star off the back of his single I Don't Like, which was given an all-star remix by Kanye West, and ended up landing at number 73 on the Billboard charts. That song had lyrics about the gang wars in Chicago and lives being lost, and Chief Keef's music was becoming legendary for painting a picture of reality on Chicago's most dangerous block. Of course, who could forget Chief Keef's classic anthem 300, a song with lines all about the young'uns on his block gunning people down, and a track that made it famous to diss Tuka, with Black Disciple rappers beginning a trend of saying that they're smoking on Tuka, a sign of disrespect to Shondell Gregory, who had been killed in 2011. Now, King Von himself
This man
had
really
an interesting
talked
relationship with Chief Keef's music.
damn near
Von would
4
tweet that him and
hours
T-Roy
about
are
this,
the
man.
real-life people who these rappers are making
You
their
know,
songs about.
Chicago
Von's
gotta
proud of his
be
career as a
sick.
real gangster,
It
the
gotta
true
be
story
some
behind Chicago's real music.
for this
In fact,
man
it
to
seemed
make
from
a
his
video.
tweets that he took great pride in this. He would regularly quote lyrics from drill songs by Chief Keef and others, and he would continue with tweets expressing his intentions to shoot up the ops. In one, he says he just got a new gun and can't wait to use it, and he even claimed in one tweet to have shot a woman by mistake trying to shoot at a man, ending the tweet saying, "I don't care, same thing to me." It seems that Von really had to tweet pretty much any
I just shot a woman on accident. He on Twitter saying this type of stuff, bro. Do y'all dig what I'm saying? Then listen to all this music, bro. Not only a serial killer, a psychopath. You obviously, Ron had to be one sick individual, man. You have to be bro. You gotta be. He is like the London Academics. He actually doing way more. That video did damn near 1 million views, bro.
street activity that he was
Less than
involved in during this time.
24
He
hours.
hasn't touched or seen a revolver in a while, and on October the 29th, Von would tweet saying that he was avoiding T-Roy because he was winning, presumably referring to T-Roy having a superior kill counter. So Von would tweet literally saying that he was trying to catch up with T-Roy's kill counter,
Trying to catch me
until
too Friday.
And
This
just the
nigga
day
was
after
sick.
this tweet, he would find what he was looking for. On October the 30th, Von would tweet that it's his
I'm
main
talking.
man T-Roy's birthday.
How am I
Later that
talking?
day,
He
Von
he
tweeted that
dead.
was
You know,
drilling
that don't
OD.
make
At
sense.
8:45 a.m., Von tweeted, "Check the stats."
You only snitching or that's when some y'all dumb. This shit that this dumbass nigga talked about.
But around 9:13 a.m., P5, aka Crack, real name Derek Johnson, would be shot multiple times in the 6200 block of South Eberhart Avenue. The 23-year-old was rushed to the hospital, but pronounced dead at 9:54 a.m. The incident report would record the time of the shooting as 9:13 a.m. in the Chicago time zone, which on Twitter, for me, would display as 3:13 p.m. That means that just 3 minutes before the recorded time of the shooting, Von tweeted, "Laughing my ass off." Then, at 9:13, the time that the police estimated the shooting took place, Von tweets, "His 45 makes his ass do 40 flips." And then, only a few hours after this early morning murder, just after noon,
He's
Von
sick,
would tweet,
bro.
"The early bird catches the worm." And then going on to tweet about ops making the news, saying that he does his thingy thang for real, saying that he erases people like he drew them, and tweeting that his ops are trying to win like he is, and saying that he is doing this for OD, Platoon, Sherroid, and White White. Von would claim to be finding a lot of things funny that evening, once again tweeting numerous times that his 40 made someone do 40 flips. As the days went by, Von's tweets would get even more bold. Just the day after the murder, he would tweet pondering whether he was messed up in the head and indicating that he thinks he's gone crazy. Things would get even more incriminating.
Man, Shorty
just 2
was
days
crazy
later,
for
when
real,
Von put out a
man.
tweet reading, "Damn, Modell got killed in October. And Crack, who's going to get killed in November? Stay tuned." And he would tweet RIP Crack and Modell, as well as tweeting asking when the funeral is. Von would even reply to KI and Wooski, who tweeted each other about going to a funeral, with Von saying that he was on his way too, and even offering them a ride. Von also tweeted at Wooski asking if he knows who made Modell World or Crack Crew, another reference to crews renaming themselves after a fallen member who's passed away. Now at this point, Von is establishing a clear pattern, getting the location of his targets, shooting them dead, and then celebrating publicly on Twitter. And within only a few weeks of the P5
I ain't gonna lie, that's why he died the way he died, man. He was sick, bro.
With Von's involvement having been debatable,
He was
but his
a
Twitter
maniac,
account
bro.
telling
He
a very
was,
different.
bro. By me watching this, you know, I it's stuff that, you know, from the hood or whatever. I'm not from over there though, but bro, how weird this nigga dead. I could speak on shit to story this. They doing it. What are you talking about? This nigga dead. Y'all crazy. He ain't killed Duck. They got him on here saying he killed a lot of people. They said, I'm scared of, I can't scare, I'm scared of somebody that's dead. Okay. You don't know what my rest in peace could mean. You don't know what RIP mean. It could be rest in piss, anything. You don't know what it mean. They riding, bro. Y'all, it's crazy, man. Y'all study talking about a dead man or like scared of Vaughn. I don't even know Vaughn. I never even met Vaughn in life. On Skeezy grade though, before I got out of jail, I told Vaughn ass I'm gonna beat his ass though. Yeah. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Killing. He'd say that
You
he
know
was
what he
the
told
go-to
me?
guy for hits
You know what he
in
told
his
me?
area. He'd also say that he was the captain
I
of
got
the
a place
approach,
for you too.
tweeting about murder and homicide, saying that he's a hitter by himself, and that the whole of O Block are coming for their ops. He would even tweet that he was sacrificing people, as well as bizarre tweets about how much he liked cereal, something that I personally believe was a coded message indicating that Von was beginning to see himself as a serial killer, something that he would continue to do throughout his career. From here, Von would continue tweeting about wanting to shoot his ops in the face and get up close and personal, alluding to committing murder and tweeting that he had big balls and does things that other people would only dream of doing. King Von would boldly tweet that he will never get convicted of a murder, saying that he would never set himself up to go down for a body. He would mock his ops, saying some make it out alive and some make it onto the news and die. Also during this time, Von would even react to Barack Obama winning the 2012 election, something ironic considering the fact that Michelle Obama apparently also hailed from O Block. But even in celebrating this monumental news, Von would also tweet that a black president with ties to his city simply wouldn't stop him from killing his ops. On November the 7th, 2012, Von would tweet about bodies dropping and beating the case. Later that evening, he would tweet that he was out sliding with T. Roy, who he himself would also tweet saying that he's about to go and get his gun, before replying to KI, who had just tweeted a list of a bunch of names of people associated with O Block who had been killed, with T. Roy retaliating, providing his own list of people from KI's hood who they had apparently killed, as well as tweeting #bang just after midnight. Then, the following morning, the news would report on the shooting of a 17-year-old by the name of Rodney Stewart, aka Boss Trell. Boss Trell had been found with a gunshot wound to the head around 6:50 a.m. and was immediately rushed to hospital. And he would even remain alive for several
I
hours.
was really like,
during
how
which
this
time he was
man know all
visited by
this?
friends from the neighborhood.
Yeah, I knew KI for sure.
While
Long live
Boss Trell
KI.
was in the hospital fighting for his life, Von and T.
You think
Roy
the police don't? Think the police don't know this?
Only hours after the body
You
was
think the
discovered,
streets
with Von
have
tweeting
this man all the way in
#distraught,
London?
prompting T. Roy to infer that Von was behaving
How he
like
in
police.
London telling
Von
a
would
story
follow up
about
on this
something
tweet,
that's
saying that people
in
aren't
our
dying on
trenches?
time. And T. Roy would also tweet mockingly, saying, "No, Trell, stay alive."
Facts.
Then, in
Long live
6 deleted
KI.
tweets, allegedly by King Von, he would suggest that he had actually spent the day trying to get KI on the phone. However, Boss Trell would be pronounced dead that night at 11:30 p.m. on the 8th of November 2012, and the following day, King Von would take to Twitter once again to mock Boss Trell and his ops. He would tweet that STL doesn't stand for St. Lawrence, but instead for steady taking L's. Another tweet would drop with King Von telling people, "Don't worry about who killed who, just be glad that you didn't get killed and shut up." This was followed by another tweet aimed at Boss Trell, saying, "Lol, you ain't a boss to me." Many theories suggested that T. Roy and Von, and possibly others, were involved in this murder. Some have said that it was T. Roy, others have said that it's Von, or potentially even the two of them together. But it is worth mentioning that there's an alternative theory that Boss Trell was actually murdered by someone completely unrelated to this feud, who was apparently trying to retrieve a gun that had been taken from him. But regardless of who was responsible, Von and T. Roy were certainly happy to see Boss Trell gone, and they would continue to tweet boldly about it publicly. Their ops on Twitter would warn T. Roy over the disrespect, but for King Von,
Yeah,
tweeting
all
about
this
the murders going on in the
self-snitching.
streets was a must.
What they say
Von
we
would
be
post saying
snitching.
that the ops are dying
I'm
frequently,
snitching because
and that he
I'm
doesn't
watching
plan
the
on slowing
video
down.
to,
He would say that he will kill an
for
op
my supporters
anywhere,
and speaking
and
on it.
once again reference cereal,
Y'all a
saying that
snitch, huh?
he eats cereal after shooting people. Another hint in the ongoing joke that Von is indeed becoming a serial killer. Von would even mock the ops for having funerals. He simply didn't care what anybody thought. It seemed that Von was hell-bent on killing his enemies, and he would be hell-bent on tweeting every single time.
Yeah,
something
I'm
negative
trying to
occurred in the
figure it
streets.
out.
However, Von's days would be numbered. And
Oh,
following
this
the
ain't
next
no
hit that he was
skit, no
implicated
comedy
in,
neither.
he would tweet once again, perhaps a little too recklessly this time,
And
finding
they
himself
watch
behind
everything,
bars
bro.
for over a year.
They watch everything, bro. Yeah, the video back up. Who who picking sides? I ain't say. Come on, bro. The GD side fucked up too. What you mean? Folks and them spanked their ass too. But them niggas spanked. But we not even talking about that. We talking about Vine. Churches, what's up? What's up, my boy? Back down the roads in the building. I'm just out here watching this sick story, man, about this nigga Von sick ass. Don't ask me nothing. I don't know who killed who. Listen to this white man that's talking. I'm listening like y'all listen. I'm just listening with y'all, man. That's all I'm doing.
Dell, E5, and Bosch Trell, you would think that King Von would have kept a low profile, but no. He would continue to tweet suspiciously.
Everybody got
while
the belt.
killing continued.
BD's
However,
got
when
the
the next
belt.
person
GD's
lost their
got the
life,
belt.
King Von's
Everybody
tweets
got the
would go
belt.
to a whole nother level of self-incrimination, and he would actually find
What
himself on the
what
wrong
made
side of the
Von
law.
and Killer?
On the 19th of
All his
November
homies got
2012,
killed first, right?
32-year-old man named James Holman, aka Lil James, would be standing on his porch on the 6000 block of South Michigan Avenue around 8:20 p.m. At this point, 4 people would approach his property, opening fire, shooting him in both the arm and chest, with him being pronounced dead in hospital less than an hour later. Only 23 minutes after this murder, Von would tweet, "Man, not on anything," followed by another tweet, "Most ruthless killers. Most ruthless killers." After the deaths of Modell, He5, and Bosch Trell,
I didn't even know Von got locked up.
kept a low profile, but no, he would continue
Man,
to tweet
folks, what the
suspiciously while the killing continued. However, when the next person lost their life, King Von's tweets would go to a whole nother level of self-incrimination, and he would actually find himself on the wrong side of the law. On the 19th of November 2012, 32-year-old man named James Holman, aka Lil James, would be standing on his porch on the 6000 block of South Michigan Avenue around 8:20 p.m. At this point, 4 people would approach his property, opening fire, shooting him in both the arm and chest, with him being pronounced dead in hospital less than an hour later. Only 23 minutes after this murder,
And that was false. I ain't even know. I don't even think that had nothing to do with them.
reading
That's
clown
cat.
ass. Von was mocking somebody, we didn't know who or what for. Meanwhile, T-Roy would put out a tweet asking if somebody got shot yesterday. And then, only 6 hours after the shooting, Von would tweet that he kills GDs often. And then, in another rare deleted tweet that somebody else from O-Block quote tweeted just 21 minutes later, Von would apparently brag that he has killed 5 GDs and shot 10. With a later news article even confirming that James Holman, the man who was killed most recently, was indeed a gangster disciple. Furthermore, a police report on the Lil James murder would describe the shooter's height and build, which apparently matched Von's description. Now, Von tweeting that he had killed 5 GDs after the death of Lil James is particularly interesting, because there's always been a lot of speculation on exactly how many people Von had killed and who specifically he was responsible for killing. And at this point in time, Von had been associated with 6 murders in total. So, if Von himself is apparently confessing that he has killed 5 people at this point, then it's likely that just one of these murders he had nothing to do with. From here, Von would continue to tweet throughout the day, saying things like dissing him or getting people killed, and another asking openly who made crack block.
Folks wasn't even from over there, gang. So this got me kind of confused right now. Hit the like button, man. Subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell. There's a lot of stuff that he's talking about that got me, and I'm seeing faces that ain't got nothing to do with that side of town that they trying to connect mine to. That's kind of wigging me out right now. That I'm like, what?
In the meantime, his mother, sister, and friends would all tweet from his Twitter account calling for Von's freedom and keeping his name alive. However, Von's sister would also tweet that Von told her that when he gets out of jail, he's just planning on killing more people. And ultimately, none of the more serious charges would even stick to Von, and he would eventually end up being released back onto the streets of O-Block, where he would, as expected, immediately get back to doing what he loved, drilling and then tweeting about it.
Shorty was sick, man. I just saw one of the guys' face on here, G. I went to the funeral and everything. You know, this from somewhere, folks, being in Inglewood. But obviously, it come from niggas just killing just to be killing. See, that don't make you a gangster. See, when you a sick fuck that you just shooting and kill anybody, bro. Nobody does that, bro. Go kill. If you gonna kill somebody, that person should have been already killed one of your people or did something to your people. That's what you do. You go back and get down on them. You retaliate on somebody that got down on you. You don't go hurt no innocent bystander person, bro. innocent bystander people, bro. I don't get down like that. See, the difference is these people was raised way different. Vaughn was doing anything, and y'all looking up to this guy as he's just a top killer. No, you was a top goofy. That's goofy clown stuff. Look at the people he was killing. If he did kill him, if they saying these were the people he killed, man, come on, man. On this thing, they showing all these different people that they say allegedly, supposedly Vaughn killed. But everybody that he's showing that he supposedly killed had nothing to do with nothing. Had nothing to do with nothing. These are people that was not. Man, hey, listen, man. This guy just stacking stuff on people, man. They just want to make this man seem like he top dog. I don't. Top dog is when you handle business on people that was involved in things. Top dog ain't. Man, he would have got who? I ain't stuck in the hood. I've been gone from the hood. He was in jail fighting for his life. When I left, and I don't even know him in real life. So that's why a lot of this stuff I'm looking like, huh? They saying he was involved with folks getting killed. Stop it. Stop it. Long live Lil Mark, man.
From his Twitter account on February the 11th, 2014.
Hit them likes, get them likes, man. Subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, man.
Signs circulating online after his release. When he got back out, he would be back on the streets and involving himself in gang politics once again. His first tweet out was dissing the ops, of course. He would also openly wonder where T-Roy went, as apparently his partner in crime had ended up in jail himself during this time. Also upon his release, Von would also tweet at famous names in the Chicago drill scene like Boss Top, Lil Reese, Chief Keef, E-Day, Rondo Number 9, and Capo. He would then go on to diss two people that he allegedly killed, Modell and Crack, but at least initially, it didn't appear that Von was able to commit any more acts of violence, because apparently, following his release, he would wind up on house arrest for a short period. But that didn't stop him from posting pictures of himself at home, dissing Tuka with a gun sticking out of his pocket. Pictures of Von with famous BD hitters like T-Roy and D-Rose would circulate around this time, with the likes of Chief Keef even reposting them as a sign of respect for the most feared local shooters, with Von also sharing pictures of his crew to Twitter openly, with the caption simply reading, gang members. Von would also tweet about it being a very scary year for the ops, even tweeting disrespectful collages featuring photographs of rivals who had been killed recently. Von didn't care one bit what he was posting on Twitter, and honestly, it didn't seem like the police cared either. Von tweeted openly that he will kill someone on St. Lawrence, promising to shoot ops in the face and kill them fast, dropping mocking tweets about people he had allegedly killed, like Modell. He would pledge to drop even more bodies, even tweeting that he was shooting as soon as he got off house arrest, and tweeting that he just got a new gun and he wanted to do a drive-by with it. Now, on March the 25th,
His ass was
2014,
slow,
GD
bro.
rapper Lil Mark, associated with a crew called 051, would drop a song
Gang.
called No Competition.
Hey,
This would be a
folks,
remix of
he
Black
was
Disciple
slow,
rappers
bro.
Lil Durk and Lil Reese's 2013
At the end of the
song
phone, he was
Competition. Lil Mark
tweeting.
essentially used Lil
He
Durk's
been
name
doing
to
this.
diss him and his OTF crew from Glam Rock. But it wasn't just Durk that was getting dissed. Lil Mark would diss numerous people associated with the Black Disciples, including people from both O Block and an affiliated crew of BDs known as 600. Lil Mark's song would mock O.D. Perry and J Money and see him rapping openly that he is a Black Disciple killer.
Who acting like it ain't evil? It is evil. Killing one person is evil, man. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, you know, it's taking interest to hear his story of somebody all the way on the other side of the world talking about what's going on in Chicago.
Von would tweet that he was in traffic.
Y'all be hating.
An infamous shooter from the
Bro, come on now.
600.
Karma got up with him quick.
Tweeting that the cops hate to see Von, T-Roy, and him all together. Von would tweet gunshot emojis around 10 a.m. on the 28th of March.
All them niggas went to jail for silly murders, bro. D-Rose, Rondo. Yeah, you late to the party, guy.
Meanwhile, the 20-year-old Mark Campbell, aka Lil Mark, was at a bus stop on the 300 block of East 51st Street. It's believed that minivan pulled up and a masked man jumped out, shooting Lil Mark in the head. with Mark ultimately being pronounced dead at the scene only minutes later at 1:41 p.m. And that minivan connected to the
Don't
shooting
let Lil
being
Mark,
found in
man.
flames at 6:30 p.m. that very night. It's widely believed that D. Rose was the shooter, with King Von being present for this murder. D. Rose even posted a clip to social media of him and his friends returning to the scene of the crime and filming, where King Von can allegedly be heard in the background of the car.
Hey, look, took off 51st. Damn, body down. I was like,
Bro, these little niggas was sick, man. Chicago, we got to do better, man. We got to do better, man. The world got to do better, man. All this stuff, they putting it out to be cool. No, that was his brother, Lil Mark, man. Long Lil Mark, man. Lil Mark. A lot of these people, a lot of these cases still open, man. Chicago not really investigating and figuring out nothing, man. They just, you know what I'm saying? They just nothing. Yeah. Shout out Scotland, man. It's sad, bro. It's really sad. I'm not watching this and speaking on it just to be trying to be cool. You know, I really, I'll be getting on my feelings, bro. I'll be like, bro, a lot of this stuff, majority of this stuff wasn't worth it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Vale was killed right here on 51st. You know what I'm saying? At the gas station, man. Across the street from Baba's. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff not worth it. A lot of this stuff is goofy. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I have a right to speak on it, cause this is where I come from. So I'll be, I'll be on that. I'll be just trying to, I'll be trying to see what they talking about, man. That's all, man. Don't get mad at me. I came from the trenches. I did it already. But this stuff is sick, man.
body down. 51st gang.
D. Rose would tweet, call them, never heard of them, with a laughing face just 36 minutes after the killing. King Von would tweet just 42 minutes after the shooting, die why, with a bunch of laughing faces. With this being a sign of disrespect to Lil Mark's gang 051 Young Money. That tweet was then followed by Von saying 051 better keep their head up, with a bunch of laughing emojis. Then he says he lives for this, F the ops. And just in case there was any doubt about King Von being present for that murder, he would also reply to somebody on Twitter discussing Lil Mark, saying outright he just saw the murder, with King Von going on to tweet at other O-Block affiliates that they would be celebrating that night. Von was speaking so recklessly on Twitter, his sister would even tell him to go in the house, with the defiant Von replying to her with gunshot and demon emojis, then tweeting that Lil Mark's death was getting him attention from women, even going as far to say that Lil Mark's pregnant girlfriend might have cheated on him. Followed by another tweet a few days later where Von claimed that he leaves people dead at the bus stop just like Tuka. A tweet that's even more disrespectful when you learn that Lil Mark was actually Tuka's older brother. D. Rose would also tweet the day after the murder, saying you ain't gotta ask who shot him, indicating that he was indeed the shooter of Lil Mark, as well as proudly saying that he was smoking on Marco. But Von and D. Rose weren't the only ones celebrating the death of Lil Mark, because Lil Durk, the original subject of Lil Mark's diss song No Competition, released just 3 days before he was killed, would end up making a trip to the very bus stop where Mark was gunned down, with Durk telling his followers that this was a very special place.
Hey, this bus stop right here, though, this is a real famous place, yeah? This is a real famous place, baby. Hey, this bus stop, this is a real famous place, baby. I ain't gonna lie.
Because of all of the attention from rappers about this incident, Lil Mark's death became news beyond
Dirk
the
sad
local
too. Y'all be
Chicago
liking
with
that.
this killing taking place during the heyday of DJ Academics.
Y'all be liking that,
Chirac
though. That's what y'all
series,
like,
where
goofy
academics would
stuff.
report satirically on the Chicago drill scene and the shocking
Hit
crimes
them
going
likes
on
up,
in
man.
it.
Subscribe and
King Von
share to my
himself would
channel.
even go on to rap about killing people at bus stops many years later, as well as on the song Exposing Me, where he says that he is smoking Lil Mark and Tuka. And Lil Durk would go on to do the same thing, rapping in the December 2014 track War with E-Day 600, also saying that he is smoking Lil Mark and Tuka. Now, it's never been definitively confirmed who killed Lil Mark, but it's widely believed that the two most likely hitters are D. Rose or King Von. But whether or not King Von actually did it, he clearly got a lot of gratification from just witnessing this.
A lot of this stuff
further
be
fueling this strange
clout
bloodlust that was
chasing,
cultivating around this time.
telling on
At
themselves.
least one front row seat and an opportunity to tweet about it. However, it would be the next murder that would
Yeah, I
seemingly
do.
be Von's
You
most
see it,
proud
don't you?
moment in the streets. Because
You
he
gotta
would
worry
end
about
up
going to
finally
barbershop no
catching
more.
somebody who he had wanted to get for years, leaving clues on Twitter all the way up to the killing. And then, in an insanely twisted turn, not only would Von get away with the murder, but he would go on to appear in a documentary interview about the victim without anybody even working out that the killer that they were looking for was sitting right in front of the camera.
Bro, I think it's good content. I don't, and people be getting that. His family member tried to get it took down. You said, dude talking like this is TV of kids. The fuck going on where he at? UK goofy. But you know, at the end of the day, people he doing his job. You got people that really sit back and study our life. They study us, bro. They study us, and Von put himself out to the world like that. A lot of us put ourselves out. These people want to know nothing about us. We post well, I ain't gonna say me, but still, they got enough stuff to make up what they want in their own head because they posting stories, bro, videos, us getting into it, this, that, da 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 da. Social media. Everybody is social babies. Everybody is social media crazy. This everybody want to do. All they want to do. Go on social media. Guess what? Then when you die, they
The
come up with a
Chicago
whole
Sun-Times
story.
described the murder
Everything. Know
of Lil
everything about us.
as a prolific female assassin in the Chicago gang war.
I'm
KI has
33.
been described as the real-life Snoop from The Wire, a reference to the masculine female killer from HBO's crime drama. KI herself had been close with Tuka growing up.
Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel.
Perry in Retaliation.
All these niggas was telling on themselves. Either they told in their music, told on Twitter, told when they got in the courtroom, they was telling.
On Twitter, with it being unclear whether he was trying to date her or kill her. Their first interaction occurred on September the 25th, 2012, when Von would tweet claiming to have beaten up an odd girl on the train, with KI replying to this saying their arm, ear, and face were injured, but she's not bothered because her gun will put a hole in her ops faces, with the tweet the following day indicating that she had perhaps shot at Von or somebody that he knows. They would go on to have a back and forth, with Von asking KI if she's a gangster or a bitch, with KI
I didn't even see what you said, girl. What you say, Tress?
a real gangster. Von would go on to reply to her posts, shouting out her gang, asking her why he never sees her when he spins the block, with KI replying that Von can die just like White White, with Von saying she better
Because
kill
I'm
him
interacting
because he
with
will
my
kill her, and she doesn't
with my
look good
supporters.
like he does.
Something
That
your
same day,
favorite rapper
KI
or
would
somebody
tell
you
her
like
followers
probably
to
don't do.
retweet if they think she looks good. King Von retweeted.
Yeah, he did.
KI
He ain't had to
replied
do his
saying that she'd
homework. All he
beaten
had
up
to do
someone
was
from O'Block
type
and
their
that he should
name
go
up and
tell
look.
Von that she's
Type their
tough.
name up
This
and
would
see.
prompt a reply from Von, where
He
would
just
say
sat
he
back
can tell that
and
she's
put the
tough
story
and
together.
jokingly asking her if she's looking for a boyfriend, as well as
Yeah, they
expressing
told on
doubt that
themselves.
she had even beat up his friend, with her replying saying she'd caught an O-Block member on the train who had denied being from there when beaten up, with King Von's sister chiming in claiming to have been there too, and KI
Yeah,
saying that
we're
her
not
people
saying
didn't
everything
even punch
true
her
for
back.
sure.
All this provoked a sarcastic reply from Von.
This is
He said
allegedly,
that he thinks he was falling in love with this fighting female.
because I don't
Von
think
would later
Von
post
was
tweets
just
where he said that he's going to treat her
popping
right
out,
if she
shooting, and
becomes his
killing
wifey,
everybody like
and later
that.
beginning to regularly refer to her as wifey. When KI
But
replied to Von, Von would say that he has her on his mind a lot and
the
that he
shit that
misses
he
her, even
posted
telling
on
his
Twitter and
sister
talked about
he
it
wants
just
to
showed
marry
that he
KI.
was slow.
Now, many years
That's
later,
all.
somebody on 4chan will claim to have hacked KI's private DMs on Twitter and revealing that around
Salute.
this time, Von had DM'd KI asking her if she wanted to hook up, or more specifically saying he wants to nail her. She would reply saying she's not interested, to which Von replies, when all of this is over, he will have her. More alleged tweets would see KI asking Von straight up if O-Block are plotting to kill her, to which Von replies, he's not going to lie, there are people looking to kill her. But Von would say he doesn't think he can kill her because he thinks she seems cool as hell, even having the nerve to ask her when she's going to stop gangbanging. KI would reply saying she's not going to stop, calling King Von a goofy and asking him when he's going to stop. Von would laugh and tell her that he's gangbanging until he dies and that he will never lose or quit. with KI ultimately agreeing with this and saying that she's planning the same thing, before mocking Von, saying he must feel really threatened by her, and questioning if he really thinks they can kill her. Von replies saying that they're trying to kill anyone, they're not just desperate for her specifically, before revealing that he had apparently had his gun on him when he beat her up on the train, but saying he didn't kill her because the police were there, along with a woman from his block. With Von saying that if he really wanted to kill her, he would have took his chances and shot her in the train or the street. In response to this, KI would reply, "Come and get it," because she's ready to go to war with anyone. With Von clapping back, questioning why she takes things so seriously. After this alleged private exchange, Von would reply to a public tweet of hers dissing O.D. Perry and reminding her that he beat her up, even saying that he wishes he'd spat on her afterwards. Now, Von began to use KI pretty much for entertainment, beefing her on Twitter whenever he was bored, but KI would be looking for Von in real life, however. Von would tweet that he has his ops scared at the corner store, and KI would reply saying that she's on the way looking for him. Also tweeting asking where he is, with Von replying sarcastically telling her to be safe in the streets. More alleged leaked DMs between KI and Von would emerge, with KI asking Von where he was, with the two of them seemingly arranging a shootout, with KI
was crazy too, man. Long live baby girl.
KI later claimed to have walked through O Block and not seen a soul, with Von saying that they're too busy to have a shootout right now. Von would later allegedly DM KI, telling her to call him when she's ready to put a dress on and let her hair down. They'd keep going back and forth on Twitter publicly, building up this insane public history. KI tweeted that she was going to the store, and Von would warn her not to. Von would tweet reminding her that he had beaten her up on the train, with her saying that he's been hiding ever since. Von would clap back, asking when she's coming back to his block for a date, and KI would then remind Von of all the times that people from her side had beaten him up. Other O-Block members would tweet their intentions to kill KI too, and she would tweet that she wants to see King Von face to face. Von would reply, she really doesn't. One tweet would see Von say that he'd spent all day trying to get KI on the phone and that her voice sounded sexy. Even after Von went to jail in 2013, Von's sister would tweet at KI saying that Von had asked her to go and visit him in jail, with Von's sister later suggesting that she had even had a fist fight with KI and saying that she will see her on 63rd, perhaps for another fight. When Von was released from jail in 2014, he would tweet at KI and ask if she missed him, with her replying, asking when they're meeting up, and adding 4 gun emojis, with Von expressing disappointment that KI didn't come and see him in jail like he'd asked. Now, bear in mind, tweeting at KI was one of the first things that Von did upon getting out of jail. He tweeted her twice before he had tweeted at Chief Keef or any of his actual friends from O-Block. He was obsessed, but KI would continue to mock Von, asking him how it felt for his friends to die while he was in jail, even retweeting Von's own tweet, saying rest in peace J Money, and going on to insult him in a tweet of her own. This was a reference to Von's friend J Money from O-Block, who had been killed in September 2013 whilst he was in jail, with Von retaliating, saying rest in piss to Crack and Modell, with Von even later tweeting that he can't be mad at women unless they're ops, in which case they can die. And another tweet saying how desperate he was to catch a female op. Von and KI would tweet at each other much less in 2014, perhaps because Von was looking to reduce the paper trail leading to him if KI wound up dead. But in the days following Little Mark's death in April 2014, Von would release some brazen tweets. On the 1st of April, he would tell a friend that he would never start rapping and that he prefers killing ops, and tweeting that he had bodies on his gun. On the 6th of April, KI would tweet saying, people won't get the picture until you put them in the frame, along with a gun emoji. That same day, Von would tweet saying if you're not where I'm from, you will get killed. That was followed the next day by Von tweeting that he was always looking for a woman and he can't find her, and saying he will stop looking and let her look for him. He would then go on to tweet on the 10th of April that there's some women he would do anything for, telling her to just hit his line. That would be followed by another tweet saying if a girl leaves him, then she's leaving the best, with it unclear if he's talking about her leaving him or her leaving this earth. That was followed by more tweets where Von would say
they sick,
she's
man.
getting shot, and that he's not playing with op girls this summer and they should watch out. In the early hours of the next morning, KI would make the ominous tweet, in the end, we die, as well as tweeting her apparent location just off 63rd. Later that afternoon, KI would be standing on a nearby porch in the 6400 block of South Everhart Avenue, only a 3-minute walk towards O Block from the location that she had tweeted she was at earlier that day. And that was the day that King Von would allegedly find that woman that he had been looking for all this time, as KI would indeed be gunned down on April the 11th, 2014. The murder report on KI's death would feature a witness describing the shooter who hopped out of a car, catching KI and another man who were about to shoot dice. They would run into a gangway, but the shooter kept firing, apparently even shouting, yeah, bitch-ass N-words, as he fired the handgun at KI multiple times. She would be shot 9 times and declared dead just 2 hours later.
For Chantel Brown, the statistics are more
I
than
didn't know
just
KI
numbers.
got hit 9
Within
times.
12 short hours across Chicago, 14 people were wounded, 2 people killed, one of them being Brown's oldest child. I'm just going to miss her presence. She was a very, very beautiful, well-known, lovely girl. 17-year-old Jakira Barnes loved basketball, her friends, and being with family. It's still under investigation what exactly happened Friday afternoon in the 6400 block of South Eberhard, but neighbors say Barnes and a friend were walking along the sidewalk when a gunman started firing. When the bullet hit, it was so powerful she fell on the step. Residents who do not want to be identified
That
say
white
Barnes
kid ain't got
fought
nothing but to do sit
had
on the
been shot
computer
at least 9 times.
and go through Twitter, YouTube, because that's all he got it from. All this came from Twitter and YouTube.
9 times.
Well, I just want to see.
Barnes was transported to Northwestern,
I want to see what he
died.
know.
And tragically for this neighborhood, it wasn't the first child lost to gunfire.
And Von would go on to tweet just hours after KI was pronounced dead, saying that he loves his gang and they love him, before tweeting, mad that nobody misses him. And this was followed by people confirming that KI had been killed. O-Block veteran Jay Hood would reveal in a Cam Capone interview many years later that Von came back to O-Block and told him what he'd done immediately after the murder.
But he literally say just like this. I'm looking straight. He man, why I just run up on KI and why I just ran up on them and caught KI. She was the last one running out of the gate. I was like, no way.
The day after the hit, Black Disciple rapper Lil Reese would tweet Von's catchphrase saying that he does his thing, seemingly a congratulatory post to Von, who replied saying,
So I don't know, because now, it was a lot of stuff going on. They saying this person, that person. Yeah, but hey gang, well, he a white dude. You think he care about being the police? He obviously working to be. He's probably gonna be the top investigator over there. They letting him, you know. Yeah, man. I'm not saying he did it. Really, I don't care. He's no longer here, so it ain't like he could get in trouble.
he needs a real bitch. And over the next few days, he would once again deliver a flurry of activity on Twitter, tweeting that his ops don't scare him and that the whole gang war is funny to him. He would say that he's lost a lot of friends, so his enemies must die in retaliation. Von would also tweet saying that people wouldn't believe the things that he does in the streets, and saying that
Yeah, like what they gonna do? Come
Von would even
dig him out of his
KI's earlier
grave and
tweet from the week before
lock
the
him
murder
up.
about people not getting the picture until you put them in the frame, as well as tweeting at her, saying he misses his old girl. Von was clearly in a celebratory mood following the murder of KI, and he would go on to make post after post referencing the ongoing gang war, posting tributes to T. Roy, telling his incarcerated friend that he was going crazy on the streets while he was locked up. Von was seemingly proud of himself for all he was achieving in the streets at this point. He would seemingly update his body count to 6, openly tweeting homicide in the air and that he made 6 people extinct for playing hard. Von would even post his own mugshot saying they should have never freed him because he's a menace. He tweeted that he put people's brains in their lap and asked his followers if they would still be there for him when he gets 100 years in jail. Von would suggest that he is only competing in kill counts with T-Roy, suggesting that those two were the most deadly people in the streets at this time. And he would claim to wake up in the morning thinking of nothing but killing people. Other rappers and well-known figures around Chicago drill would continue to tweet congratulating King Von after this murder. People like Lil Reese, Boss Top. And Von would also tweet on April the 28th that there's only 2 places for a man like him, presumably jail or hell. Clearly, he must have had an inkling, as he would end up being picked up in connection to the murder the following day, on the 29th of April. But Von would never be formally charged with KI's murder. He would deny even knowing her and would initially offer to do a polygraph test, as well as providing a loose alibi, relying on a woman claiming that she had been with him the entire day of the murder. Combine that with the fact that Von had apparently checked in with his parole officer just an hour before the murder worked in his favor, despite the crime scene being only 35 minutes from the parole office, meaning that Von had over 25 minutes spare to get there and kill KI immediately after signing in with his PO. As a result of these slick maneuvers, Von would indeed be released the next day and face no further consequences in this situation. And he would tweet that he beat that case like Rocky and that he was in a good mood, showing love to everyone but the ops. That was followed by him tweeting laughing faces and saying that he was grateful to be free and that he's too real. A few days later, Von would be tweeting that he beats bodies and that he doesn't plan on going to prison, as well as seemingly referencing K.I.'s resemblance to Snoop from The Wire, calling her a dead op. Years later, Von would even go on to brag about killing K.I. on songs after he started rapping, famously saying on the track War With Us that he put a pretty op bitch in the morgue, you can call her drop dead gorgeous, as well as saying that he keeps a strap like K.I. on the song GTA. For years following this murder, people, including myself, speculated on whether King Von had killed K.I., or whether it was the work of
Something wrong with this dude,
Big
man.
A, who reportedly went by the nickname ASCII, or Ask K.I., after her death, suggesting that he had something to do with her killing. But in lyrics to King Von's leaked song Wait, he seemingly rapped about the day that he called K.I. With lyrics a lot of people believe allude to Von jumping out of the car and chasing K.I. down the alley, with Big A being the driver. Von would also rap on the song Cousins that he kills women and men and can't tell the difference. But it wasn't just Von. Lil Durk would also rap in December of 2014, the year that K.I. was killed, on the song War with E-Day, seemingly suggesting that he had owned a gun that was used in K.I.'s murder. Now, rapping about someone you killed is one thing, but King Von actually went on to do one of the most psychopathic things I have ever seen. Because on May the 23rd, 2019, a documentary about K.I. would air on A&E titled Secret Life of a Gang Girl. This piece goes in depth into the life of K.I., exploring her motivations to become a gang member despite being a petite young woman, as well as interviewing some of the people that knew her during this time. And that documentary about K.I. would interview none other than King Von, who was featured prominently in the documentary, and if you ask me, he was just straight up trolling the TV crew, who clearly hadn't done their homework. Von would appear in the show, portraying himself as having been an infatuated admirer, pursuing K.I. for nothing but romantic reasons. And the fact that the film crew didn't even have an inkling that Von was responsible is just crazy to me. And it's not like the info that he killed K.I. wasn't already circulating out there at this point. Because while Von is in jail for his next murder in 2016, word of his story as a shooter in the Chicago gang war would spread on the edgy message board 4chan, where a gang-obsessed 4chan member would claim to have accessed K.I.'s private DMs, exposing those private messages which we already saw between King Von and K.I. all the way back in 2012. With this deranged 4chan user even replying to friends of K.I. from her account, who had continued to DM her after her death looking for closure, with that 4chan hacker writing a lengthy post claiming to have been told by a friend of K.I.'s in the DMs that they believed King Von was her killer. Bear in mind, this information was floating around all the way back in 2016, 2 years after the murder and 3 years before the documentary. However, eventually, a whole year after Von's death, in 2021, the Chicago police would release documents.
All you gotta do is have an alibi. All you gotta do is have a good alibi, man.
With apparently multiple witnesses
They ain't got nothing.
as the shooter, but unfortunately,
At the end of the day, we all got freedom of speech, so you can say whatever you want to say.
To secure a conviction.
Just as long as you got something to line up, like, you know what I'm saying, that get you up out that jam. If not, then you gonna be in jail.
Only a month and a half later, Von would go on to catch yet another murder, which would finally land him in jail, and just briefly putting a stop to his serialized.
Von was locked up from what, 2014, 2015 to 2018. You know, a lot of this stuff, man, we don't know. You don't know if it's true or not. I want to sit here and I just want to know what he talking about. Now, he said,
with no consequences, King Von felt invincible. The month is May 2014, and Von had seemingly killed a total of 6 people at this point. As usual, he'd be on Twitter non-stop, hinting at his actions in the streets, asking God for forgiveness for killing his ops, and saying that he shoots first and asks questions later. He would tweet that he's in a different league when it comes to killing, and others need to catch up, and telling the world that he's always armed and ready.
Something's wrong with him. He on Twitter
active in the streets,
tweaking, bro.
As well as on Twitter, claiming to be driving through his ops area literally as he was tweeting, and saying that he has an itchy trigger finger. Von would claim that anybody can get smoked for the right price or cause, warning his ops.
Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Y'all just not coming in the chat, man.
To never be putting his gun down because too many people have died in the gang war, taunting his ops, saying he knows that they want him, but it's not his time to die. Von would even repost a viral clip.
Well, I think he was open, but I don't know. He had to be sick. You have to be something wrong with your brain, bro.
Filming themselves going to Chief Keef's neighborhood and getting shot at. A clip that people would later claim was actually King Von doing the shooting. I mean, just imagine having the balls to shoot at people and then retweet the world star video of you shooting at them. The same day as this, Von would claim that he's buying guns with 100-round magazines and wondering who he's going to shoot. as well as saying that he'd been gangbanging all day and now he's tired out. The following day, Von would tweet saying that others wouldn't do half of the stuff that he's done and plans to do in the streets, and Von would say that he plans to keep scoring until he wins. Only 2 days after that, Von would find himself attempting to score again. On the 29th of May, 2014, an afternoon party would be going on.
You call that standing on business and then go on Twitter? Your ass a snitch. You a goofy.
At this point, the mother of the person who's
stand on business, go on Twitter, and then go to jail, come home, become a rapper, and rap about all this and mark and make fun of people.
Go and get a friend, Big Mike, apparently
Like,
telling another
come on,
person
man.
who was still at the party on the phone that he was coming back and that they should take the children
Y'all.
inside. Von and Big Mike would return to that party.
Y'all
passing down
slow.
the street.
I know y'all a bunch of young goofies.
3 of those men would be hit by gunshots, whilst Von chased them, allegedly yelling, "Why are you running?" And when the shooting stopped, a 19-year-old man by the name of Malcolm Stuckey would be declared dead with a gunshot wound to the head. The Chicago police would respond to the shooting at 6:10 p.m., arriving on the scene where police were pictured securing the location around Malcolm's body. Apparently, Von was really trying to kill 2 rival gang members that he saw at the party, ultimately hitting 3 people for only killing Malcolm, who allegedly wasn't the intended target or even involved in the gang war. Perhaps this is why we never hear King Von in his career disrespecting or saying that he's smoking Malcolm, like he did to many of the other people that he was rumoured to have killed. But there would still be hints at his involvement, because while Malcolm had been laying in the street with a bullet in his head for several hours, only 12 minutes before he'd officially be pronounced dead, Von would tweet saying that he has some issues, but he cannot tell a soul about them. Meanwhile, Boss Top from O Block would tweet that Von is the guy who sits people down if they run up. Now, it would take nearly 2 months for the authorities to connect Von to this murder. And during this time, he would continue to be prolific posting on Twitter. He would tweet that he was on the block with his gun in the early hours of the morning, just the day after the murder of Malcolm, and tweeting that all of the things that people are hearing about are him. He's the one responsible. He would tweet saying that he's killed so many ops that he doesn't have any more feelings. He'd also tweet that it's all fun and games until somebody you know is no longer breathing. And he would tweet saying that he did all of this on parole and just wait until he gets off, with a demon emoji. And in another deleted tweet that was apparently reposted by somebody else, Von openly tweeted saying that he wanted to go on an all-out killing spree. However, King Von's crime spree would ultimately be cut short on prom night of all nights. Von would be pictured holding a gun at O Block in his suit in the hours before prom, and he would even tweet warning people not to try him while he's dressed in his suit. Von would then end up doing a shooting in his prom suit with witnesses describing his outfit, ultimately leading to his arrest. Von's last tweet would be on June the 7th, 2014, the ominous statement, "Loose screws get nailed." He would end up being arrested on firearms charges on prom night, and then the following month, on the 22nd of July 2014, Von's accomplice in the murder of Malcolm Stuckey, Big Mike, ended up getting charged with murder and being taken in for questioning by the police. Then, 2 days later, on July the 24th, 2014, King Von, already in jail, would be charged with 1 count of first-degree murder for the killing of Malcolm Stuckey and 2 counts of attempted murder for the other 2 people shot in that incident. Von's arrest for this crime would attract significant media coverage, and he would remain in jail awaiting trial from June 2014 to December 2017. And during that time, his people would tweet from his Twitter account saying that they missed him, asking for visitors to come see him on his birthday, and posting clips and pictures of him in jail during his visits.
This nigga had a real sick problem. Yeah, man, y'all. What that man was turned me into a demon. I guess he was really a demon, man. A sick individual. That's what I call it, a sick individual. That's not human. You don't do stuff and then go tell on yourself.
But while Von was in jail, he would raise hell, apparently helping to start a huge fire on the wing in April 2017. He would constantly get into fights with his ops, apparently never turning down confrontations.
That's why I can say Von had over 20 fights in that. He was. He talk about jail. He talk about this like it's a rite of passage. Like every there was a street like him, he was like jail was coming. Yeah, that's why he was always in there, because he never cared about jail. That's how he was able to be the type of he was in the streets. Because some of these savages, like, and you supposed to do with that in the back of your mind, like knowing, like, go south, go to jail. Well, shorty slide up on like the police don't even exist. He just smoke you broad day.
Von would remain in jail for an extended
Said that
period
man
of
went and
time,
slid
around
with his
3
prom suit
years in
on,
total.
man.
And during his time in jail, he picked up the nickname
Allegedly.
apparently for his resemblance in image as well as temperament to the Black Disciples founder David Barksdale, also known as King David. It's obvious that King Von took a lot of inspiration from the original founder of the gang that he repped, the Black Disciples. Not only going by the name King Von, but also frequently saying David Barksdale's nickname, often ending sentences by saying, "on King David."
So King David.
Also, while Von was in jail awaiting trial, the conflicts in the streets would continue to play out, and Von would eventually get the worst news imaginable. His right-hand man, T. Roy, would be shot and killed in a convenience store on Valentine's Day 2017. Von's people would post Twitter tributes memorializing his friend and favorite shooter, and Von would later open up about the very moment that he got the news about T. Roy's death while he was in jail.
Yeah, R.I.P. T. Roy, man, that was my best friend. I got that nigga on my neck. That's how strong that I got him game banging on my neck. That's how hard his game banging up.
With Von saying that he completely broke down crying when he found out that his right-hand man T. Roy was gone.
This my dog. When they get my dog, I was locked up. Killed me, I broke down. I ain't cried so long. But every day, this my I'm in jail. I'm fighting a murder. I call it every day. It's my right-hand man. So I'm telling like, all right, now since he go, we can tell about he getting that. Man, I'm gonna get you out, boy. I'm gonna get you out, man. Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna get you out. I swear to God. You know, but we in the street, you know that shit. So he trying to hustle, he trying to rob, all type. He doing whatever he can do. Yeah, I'm gonna get you a lawyer, bro. I got you, you know. He be telling me, I be calling, man. Don't even worry about it, man. Just look, just you make sure you know. I mean, I'm gonna figure this out. Just be cool out there. I call folks. It's like. It's on like Valentine's Day, you see what I'm saying? I call my mama back. Now she crying and shit. Mama, what the f*** you crying for? You good? Now then, they shot T-Roy. T-Roy got, now what? Who? What? Look at the phone. You know how that boy in jail, you can tell no. And we calling. Remember what's going on? He got hit once, some shit. Damn. What the f*** going on out there? T-Roy got shot. Look, this is the thing. Y'all don't know T-Roy. Y'all gotta leave out his little T-Roy. Y'all don't know. T-Roy got that's T-Roy. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know T-Roy like I know T-Roy. You know what I'm saying? So now he gets shot on. You don't want to tell me like don't be lacking, don't be, you know? He was on me, he used to be on me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All this gonna be a movie. It's gonna come up a movie, bro. Everything. You see these big documentaries, somebody gonna break down with the bag, and it's gonna be down the line. But best believe money for this, some money gonna be put up for this to become a movie. No, he ain't crying.
You know, you gotta play it out. You in jail, so all type of group that, right? You know, you 30 feet. All of your business on King David, I walk it off. I'm just walking around in circles on the deck, you know. And they put their arm around me when I'm like, damn, you good, bro? You good? What's wrong with you, boy? Yeah, I'm good. What's wrong? You got fun, man? I'm good, you know. They were after me, man. They just killed T-Roy. He what? I'm T-Roy. They just killed T-Roy. I got to break it down on King David. I couldn't help it. They hug me. These some real, you know what I'm saying? We grown ass men. Folks grab me to hold me. Get the day, you gonna be alright, shorty. You gonna be alright up. Oh, hold on, boy, that's my best friend, boy. Every time they just get my best friend while I'm in jail. I'm in that gonna go crazy. Oh, man, don't know what's going on. I'm in that. Child, I'm that man. Oh, yeah. I'm in that. Nah, not my best friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that if he get got, there ain't a lot of hope for a lot of, because he be. Y'all know how folks see his man, T-Roy, T-Roy, let me see, the guys is looking like, this preaching, don't trip, you know, y'all know this, it's that street, the street, watch me like that, I know, yeah, the street, I better pay attention, I ain't gonna keep going.
This is still supposed to be free. Von would take T-Roy's death very seriously. Even after becoming a famous rapper, he would threaten to kill trolls who would DM him mocking T-Roy on his birthday.
Fuck how you feel? You a shorty on, oh, I'll kill you. Yo, as a little boy, I'll choke you out my motherfucking hand. Beat the shit out you. And then that shit fool you, boy. I drop my motherfucking location on you. Will pull up, I'll kill you for real, man. Yo, as HFE Larry, yo, ass a goofy, man. Yo, ass is a bitch, boy. Stop fucking playing me. Go play somebody else, bro. I'll fuck you up for real. I don't even play like that game. For real.
Despite spending 3.5 years in jail, eventually Von would finally face trial for the murder of Malcolm Stuckey. Von's family tweeted from his Twitter account in November 2017 that they had been attending his trial at court. And despite what was originally thought to be a clear-cut case, Von's co-defendant would end up implicating himself and Von in the crime in an attempt to secure a deal with prosecutors, but ultimately backing out of that deal at the last minute, leaving prosecutors scrambling for any evidence that would actually implicate Von in the murder. Allegedly, eyewitnesses who saw Von that night failed to testify, and King Von would even later rap about the situation on the track What's Next, saying that they killed the only witness and that Big Mike was the only one who spoke. This turn of events would see King Von being acquitted of all charges due to lack of evidence, and Big Mike himself going down for 16 years, plus an extra 12 for backing out of the deal with prosecutors, so a total of 28 years. After this, King Von would be a free man once again, beating a body and returning to the streets of Chicago with his freedom and a clean slate. The family of Malcolm Stuckey would later admonish Von on social media for getting away with this gruesome murder and going
Call
on
it
to
what you
become
want,
rapper.
Goofy.
But
You
as
on
we
my
saw,
page, though.
Von had zero
What
shame
is you?
about the things that
A
he had done
fan?
in the streets. In fact, he would wear the badge of a killer who beat a body with pride. And after killing an alleged 7 people in total, when Von got out of jail, it would be time for a new beginning, as the newly free King Von would take all of his stories from being a killer on the streets of Chicago and put them into songs. Becoming a Chicago drill rapper with so much credibility as a gangster, his music simply could not be ignored. And soon, all over Chicago and around the world, Von's name would be ringing as people would begin to discover what appeared to be the realest gangster rapper who ever lived.
Bro. So his homie implicated what I said that one. His homie put his name in the paperwork gang. His homie said that he was in it, woo woo woo. Whole time his homie backed out. He backed out the deal, gang. He backed out the deal, so then the witness got killed. The only witness that said Von's name got killed. So, you know, now what do you have? Yeah, I ain't said, man. Implicated. Came out wrong. You know what I meant. But it came out like that put him back on the streets. You know what I'm saying? But he came home, made his name. He made his name in the streets. Then he made his name with the music. But eventually your past gonna catch up to you. You feel me? Your past gonna catch up to you, gang. Sooner or later. And that's what really happened to him. His past caught up to him, man.
And once again, around the 6th of December 2017, being seen walking fresh out of the gates on social media. Von would also return to Twitter as well as the streets, telling 16 Shot and Visuals that his friend E-Dog from O-Block picked him up and the first thing they did was go and buy a gun. At the time of his release, Von wasn't yet a rapper. It's unclear if Von ever really had aspirations of transitioning from shooter to rapper. On the one hand, there's old tweets where he perhaps jokingly said that him and T-Roy had planned to release music, but nothing ever materialized. On the other hand, he had also tweeted that if he ever starts rapping, you should kill the person closest to you, because something ain't right. So it's safe to say that at least initially, Von's plans were not music. At least not for himself, because one person who hadn't forgotten Von during his long, 3.5 years in jail was his childhood friend and Chicago rap superstar, Lil Durk, who had tweeted his support for Von whilst he was still in jail fighting his charges, and apparently calling him regularly, even providing money for a lawyer. Durk would welcome Von home from jail with open arms, with Von actually revealing later that his friendship with Durk had initially had an ulterior motive, and that at first he was just planning to hang around Durk and rob people that he knew just to get himself to $100,000.
I wasn't no rapper, so it wasn't none of that rapping shit. I'm thinking like, I just need to get 100,000. I'm gonna be decent. I'm gonna rob this. And I'm gonna rob this other. And that's what I was thinking in jail when I was. Before I got stuff your home in jail. They say, what you gonna do? I say, I'm gonna go around Durk, and I'm just gonna catch me a month. I'm gonna go around Durk, and I'm gonna catch me like 2, 3. You see what I'm saying? And Durk, I ain't gonna let him know because he gonna try to stop me.
After coming home from jail, music was the last thing on King Von's mind. He just wanted to get money and flex his newfound freedom.
He's sick,
he would be seen fresh home, posing in new outfits on Instagram, with pictures celebrating his freedom, attracting threats from his enemies like FBG Cash. But it seemed that Von's friends would be looking out for him, and no one was looking out for Von more during this time than Lil Durk, who would invite Von into his life and entourage as he continued his rise as one of Chicago's most promising rappers. Durk was working on his 2018 mixtape Just 'Cause Y'all Waited, and that tape featured the classic track Durky-O Crazy. Soon after getting out of jail, Von would be sitting in the back of Durk's car previewing this future classic before it was released. Perhaps the reason that Durk wanted to play Von this track is because the song itself references Von's case, with Durk rapping that a witness went missing and now Von is coming home. Once again, Von's real life of crime was providing inspiration for Chicago's biggest rappers. Clearly, Durk was inspired by the return of his newly freed hitter and would continue spending time with him. Later that day, in the same Instagram Live, King Von would explain to Durk how he grew his hair in jail just to keep himself warm, and explaining just how painful the shackles were that he was forced to wear whilst in solitary confinement.
It was cold them nights. It was cold them nights. Before them grandmother that played. Ooh, it was ugly. Ankle still got that scar on it. Look for the. But the thing, shackles look chilly. In the hole, you gotta wear shackles. Oh, man, everything. Every day? Every time you come out? Yeah, every day. You gotta get on the phone, you just man. This when you walk with this. Right, no, it'd be the back of my shit. My ankles little as hell. I'm full on. Look, I got that pilling on.
Von would seemingly spend Christmas 2017 with Durk too, with them being seen together on social media, listening to classic Chicago drill anthems by L.A. Capone. Moving into 2018, Von started off in classic savage mode, posting on social media, toting guns, and declaring his desire to bring war to his ops. He had been seen on clips on social media, walking through Roblox and showing the world that he was still in these streets, untouched even after all of the people he had allegedly killed, even speculating on who was in the comments on these lives, his ops or the cops.
Man. Y'all want that different levels? How y'all feeling about this documentary I'm playing? Is that boyfriend? Y'all crazy, man. I don't think y'all was more crazy than Shorty. Shorty had a problem. I think this. He got a chance to live peacefully or do whatever, but he did so much. When you do so much dirt, when you a slime ball, you could look at the good, but some people good don't outweigh they bad. Some people bad outweigh they good. You know what I'm saying? And the man above see everything. G, y'all gotta always remember that, man. The man upstairs see everything, man. And obviously Von didn't care. Von didn't care if he won or lost, basically. Yeah, read the title. Trap Laurel Ross. That's who page is on. Y'all could go watch it like that, or y'all could finish thugging it with me. Yeah, that's Zach TV behind me. Hellvale, Brick, Kobe. know what I'm saying? I mean, Brick Duck. Don't let Kobe, man. Kobe must be thinking about me. Oh, my boy. I really stole this from Drake and Shot Right. Man, we going some. Ain't no telling. I don't know, bro. I don't get the line and saying I don't know what we doing when we leave. You know what I'm saying? Just know that we gone from here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the best time you can have while you here. You feel me? Because tomorrow not promised. And like you just said, I don't know where we going when we leave here, bro. I don't know. Personally, I don't know, man. Big Bird, look up. Oh, oh, oh.
As January went on, Von would continue to flex his muscles on social media, and he would be seen listening to NBA Youngboy of all people, whilst chilling with O-Block native Mona Duke and telling followers that they were smoking their dead ops.
Out of your dead ass. Fuck them. Superman, goddamn it, Brick Man, Kobe Man. We strapped up. Yeah, we strapped up.
Clearly, Von was still in the streets initially.
Come on,
After
Kobe,
spending
man.
some time in Atlanta with Lil Durk, once he returned
Oh,
to Chicago
ass.
in February, he quickly
Break.
found himself in trouble, tweeting that he was riding around with a gun and weed. Then he would end up getting arrested at O-Block on February the 14th, 2018, the one-year anniversary of T. Roy's death. With this arrest taking place soon after he tweeted that he was in O-Block and armed on the anniversary of T. Roy's murder. Von
Just
would be
doing
arrested
goofy
on
stuff,
charges
man.
of shooting and bodily harm, with cops claiming that he ran from them through a gun, battering them in the process of the arrest. With the body cam footage of this arrest later becoming public, which showed a menacing King Von telling the police with pride that he just beat a body in 2 attempted murders.
So this is gentleman we were chasing, but on video they went back. When one of the cars were, we think he ditched it, got in the vehicle, we stopped the vehicle, get him out, battery, fight with that. Vehicle takes off on us when we got this, and then we got about 50 people around us. So, you're gonna go to jail for battery to a police officer.
Why is
Me?
well,
And you also.
I got everything. Well,
Thank you very much. We'll take it
I'm in
then.
cuffs, also in cuffs. Gotta go home, it's Valentine's Day.
You got the plate numbers? You got it on tape, man? Oh, you don't have that? Okay, question. All right.
Chicago police be capped, gang. Police be capped.
Watch it, because he's gonna. You look her. What? Yeah, she is here the whole time videotaping. Oh, for majority, but not when we got him on his car.
Live in Atlanta and died in Atlanta.
I cuffed him this way because we
Cause y'all let me go to my Valentine's Day.
What would you like him for?
Body too.
I'm sorry. You want it? You're gonna have it. You're gonna want to cuff him.
The body in 2 attempts. He said, I'm sorry.
Let go, stupid man.
No, we got you.
Let go, stupid man.
You got locked up over here recently.
Oh, hell no.
What'd you lock up there?
Oh, I got it. Jail, be my case. I'll try to
Yeah.
person you right.
You on video right now, man.
It's cool.
You changed me, man.
So I'm gonna travel right now. Put that on video.
Wouldn't figure that.
Now I'm not under arrest.
Yes, you are.
He said we'll figure it out.
Probably trespass over here.
Trespass. What you just said, the battery.
Everybody got fur.
Thank you.
He laughing, telling the police, "Can I go home? It's Valentine's Day." Who? Can I go home? As officer, can I go home? It's Valentine's Day. That man, gee, that man is sick, bro. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share my video. While y'all on and share it, tell them I'm on live right now. Turn on that notification bell, man. Hey, how many of y'all on my channel really rock with me, or y'all just on here for the title? Y'all like how I'm bumming, you know what I'm saying? Y'all watch me. Hey, look, I rock with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, man. From the heart. You hear me? Everything I do is from the heart, man. Yeah, we'll figure it out. How you saying we gonna figure it out? So you gonna take me to the station and make up some fake charges? Talking about you're cool. Salute, man. Y'all rocking? 2012, man. Come on, man. You know that's when I first really popped up on the scene. 2010, I dropped my first video, went to prison, came home 2012. And, you know, been trying to do my thug thing, man. You know, they just be hating on me. I don't be getting, I don't be getting. Salute, brother. My Cash App, King Yella 1300. King, KINGYELLA 1300. If y'all want to support the cause, man. Y'all want to support the cause, or y'all can super chat to the right. So if you press super chat, so if y'all got something on there, good looking, gang. Y'all follow me on Instagram. If y'all don't know my Instagram, King Yella from Ada Block. I got another thing too. Y'all know they've been deleting all my Instagram, so I'll be getting my original Instagram with my 113,000 followers on now. That's busting. I was doing 10, 15,000 likes on the pictures and stuff like that. So good looking, gang. All right, listen, man. Butter ain't no, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Butter. But Butter ain't no goofy. Know what I'm saying? Man, I wasn't there, man. Lil J said he did. I'm not from 63rd. I'm from 73rd. Smart ass.
Excellent, man. Super cop. Where's his coat? It's in the back seat of it, man. It's gone?
That's crazy.
After the arrest, a furious-looking King Von mugshot circulated online, but Von would be out within just a couple of days, tweeting that he believes that the cops have it out for him because he escaped those murder charges, and he would boast that he would never let them get him. Clearly, King Von wasn't ready to permanently move on from his life as an O-Block hitter, and he would still be going live
Your
on
leg
TikTok
shoot, not a head
in
shoot.
2018, mocking their dead ops.
Right. Who got
73rd. Ada Block. Spread them shots.
I can't be in no room without smelling too. I gotta at least smell it just to know like Tuka's still around. And loving that Tuka.
But Von would also continue
Straight
to be
goofy.
seen hanging out closely with Lil Durk, seemingly making regular trips to spend time with the rapper in Atlanta. At a certain point, Von and Durk would be reunited with another friend and feared Chicago shooter, THF Bezu, with Bezu, just like Von, beating a 2014 murder charge for a shooting that occurred in 2009. Lil Durk was now rolling with 2 certified Chicago shooters on his team. But the plan wasn't to shoot. Durk planned instead to transform these hardened street figures into rap superstars. The realest rappers who had ever rapped, with the realest backstories to back it up. Von would post pictures in the studio with Durk, saying that he isn't going back to his old ways, and hinting to an upcoming career in the rap game. Since being his murder home, Von had a backstory to kickstart his music career too. THF Bezu had essentially been through the very same situation. So Von and Bezu
came out doing the same.
placed into a studio.
Even if you wasn't doing it no more, you still rapping about it.
Beating real-life murder charges.
Bezu,
Some of them
not
Von and
Bezo.
Bezu would open up about in a 16-shot interview.
That's the story we can tell. They try to put somebody
On May the 27th, 2018, King Von and THF Bezu released their first song, Beat That Body, a track coming with shocking lyrics where Von essentially admits to catching bodies, beating them, and even saying that he now plans to catch more. This insane backstory would be irresistible for Chicago drill fans, with Durk later revealing that
THF Bezu. That's Lil Durk homie, man.
And he see like us what we doing is music, and I had a studio in my house. He just tried it when he dropped the song, like the reaction was just like, next. You on to something, you know what I'm saying?
But Von didn't seem too hopeful for his rap career to begin with, barely promoting the song, seemingly having no plans to give up his full-time job as an O-Block driller, or at least shot caller, because in the months that followed Von's musical debut, killings would still continue to play out in the streets, with Von appearing to remain plugged into the action. Not only giving Von and his gang even more credit in the streets, but with these murders also providing Von with the inspiration to get back into the booth, where he would continue to record music all about...
I know y'all a generation that like the root for the bad. I know y'all do. But let me tell y'all something. That don't last too long, man. Y'all want to be young and dumb and all the extra stuff, bro. That ain't gon'. What you think that's gonna get you? What do you really think that's gonna get you? Man, I don't. What? Yeah, Zoo from 4-6. He talking about he need a new what? Yeah, Sauce Gohan is from Ada Block, yeah. Man, what the hell happened?
The city and state politicians ultimately have failed to create the economic circumstances for someone to grow up safely in these areas. Had there been the realest gangster rapper who ever lived? After being acquitted of all charges in the murder of Malcolm Stuckey, King Von would walk out of jail a free man once. King Von had started out October 2018.
Let me see it.
While King Von was in jail, numerous people from O-Block ended up getting killed. Perhaps it was precisely because their most fearless shooter was in jail that so many people ended up passing while he was gone. Von was particularly hurt by the killing of T-Roy, his right-hand man. And after T-Roy was killed, a new set of gangsters would form in O-Block who went by the name Get Back Gang. This was a hardened crew of shooters whose sole focus was to get the realest gangster rapper who ever lived. After being acquitted, the realest gangster. While King Von was in jail, numerous people from O-Block ended up getting killed. Perhaps it was precisely because
he might
their
be
most
innocent,
fearless shooter
man.
was in jail that so many people ended up passing while he was gone. Von was particularly hurt by the killing of T-Roy, his right-hand man. And after T-Roy was killed, a new set of gangsters would form in O-Block.
I'm trying to make sure I got back. Did we hear this part already, y'all?
Crew of shooters whose sole focus was to get revenge or get back for the murder of T-Roy and other beloved O-Block natives who had been killed while Von was in jail. Another one of these fallen O-Block affiliates was Chino, who was shot dead on the 17th of July 2016. Another, Big A, was gunned down in a restaurant near O-Block on the 4th of December 2016. Get Back Gang would be on a killing spree, trying to avenge their fallen friends, looking to kill anyone who played a role in their demise. Poppy, believed to have been involved in hits against O-Block, would be gunned down at work on the 16th of June 2017,
Poppy, man.
allegedly being shot in the head by an O-Block member called Heck, who would go on to be known by the nickname HK or Headshot King. HK was T-Roy's brother and would reportedly avenge him, with T-Roy's alleged killer TB or Terry Barry being shot dead on the 26th of December 2017. However, HK himself would end up being killed in O-Block 2 just before Von got out of jail on the 24th of November 2017. Another person who seemingly lost their life to Get Back Gang's revenge campaign during this time would be FBG Brick. FBG brother, rumored to have
Long
played a
live
role
Brick.
in giving up T-Roy's location to the ops the day he was killed, with Brick and his friend Kobe being gunned down in a get-back gang attack on the 17th
live
of July
Kobe, man.
2017. In fact,
My
many of
boys.
these murders played out in 2017, whilst Von was still behind bars for the murder of Malcolm Stuckey. And when Von got out, despite becoming a rapper, spending time in Atlanta with Lil Durk, and seemingly taking a step away from the gang war, Von would still seem to be looked at as a senior figure and shot caller to members of O-Block and Get Back Gang. And when they killed again, King Von would be on the sidelines celebrating the murder as if it was one of his own. On June the 13th, 2018, King Von would tweet saying that there's a new rule. You can only diss or smoke a dead person that you yourself actually killed. Only days after that tweet, Get Back Gang would unfortunately claim another life. The next unlucky person to be killed would be a St. Lawrence native by the name of Can't Get Right, aka
Can't
Man
Get
Man,
Right.
real name DeAndre Wallace. On June the 15th, 2018, around 9:50 p.m., Can't Get Right is waiting for food outside of a store on 400 block of East 63rd Street. At a certain point, two people pulled up and waited outside. And when the target was spotted, those two men ran up, opening fire, killing both the target as well as an innocent bystander that was just there sweeping up outside the restaurant. And once again, the shooting and immediate aftermath captured on CCTV footage and by witnesses in clips that are far too grisly to show you on YouTube. Both men shot in the incident.
Salute everybody that's rocking with me, man. I love y'all, man.
With the news even later
Hit that like button, turn on the
assassination.
notification bell, subscribe to this channel,
Who
man.
killed two men overnight. They were standing outside of a store in the city's Woodlawn neighborhood when someone started shooting. A 43-year-old man was shot in the chest. He died at the hospital. The other victim, a 22-year-old, also died. Police say the 22-year-old is a known gang member and was the intended target.
King Von would go live on the same day as this double murder alongside Memo 600 while still in Atlanta with Lil Durk's team. And in this live, King Von would set out to poke fun at his murdered rivals immediately after they were killed. And let's not forget, only days before this, King Von tweeted that you can't disrespect the dead unless you played a role in killing them. With that in mind, King Von's live stream after the murder was truly a masterclass in self-incrimination. They would start the live off lighting a blunt and saying that their smoking can't get right and asking the viewers what just happened.
There you go. Can't get right. There you go. Can't get right because I can't get right.
I like everybody, not at one time. What just happened?
You know, they try to make fun and knock. And see, that's one thing I tell y'all, man. Y'all youngsters, man. Y'all think a lot of that stuff cool until your ass in that box, right? Man, you be in that box and be mad, man. That box ain't where you want to go until it's over with. When I go in that box, man. When I go in that box, man, I want to be an old man, man. I watch my grandkids, great-grandkids. At least be able to see my grandkids. A lot of this stuff just y'all understand one day. Hopefully it ain't too late. What?
Can't get right.
If somebody show me a picture, I don't think I know y'all talking about. Is this King?
Is that can't get right? Is this him? Is this him?
This ain't called snitching. I'm just trying to get verified. You can get verified.
From here, people start commenting, can't get up. And it seems that the O-Block hitters were so amused by this wordplay, they essentially confessed to being involved in the murder on the spot.
They tell us can't get up.
They always make some shit before we do it. They beat us to it every time.
Y'all should start killing people. Y'all be doing this. It's doing the bad.
Oh, Steve, this thing crazy.
After this, we see the crew
Bro,
say that
Steve, this
it's
nigga
illegal
crazy.
and
You
that
know
they
there's something
have to
wrong with
roll
dude.
another one, whoever it is, seemingly unaware that it was an innocent cleaner who was killed in the incident.
They said two down.
Two men that no, I can't take
David, they said it on both our lines. Two days? Somebody roll another one.
Can't.
Whoever else got hit.
They even started reacting mockingly
Can't take
to the
two.
Ops posting long tributes to their fallen friend on Instagram in real time in this live.
See that paragraph under that picture, you know it's a
Damn, best friend, you just told me to pop out. I remember back in the days when you just told me to pop out, best friend. Why the f*** you do me like this? You bogus as hell. They ain't trying to.
They gonna be business too, you know, you better not get caught.
From here, Von and his friends would continue mocking the Ops by
You better not get caught like
a
him.
fresh fade like Lil Boosie.
Steady taking losses. That's T.L. Steady taking losses. I gave him a fresh fade, Boosie Boots.
They fuck them folks up.
It is fresh fade. Why didn't they even put him on frustrated like he was even like that though?
Then King Von comes back and says straight up that Man must have known he was going to die and that no one will care he's gone.
He probably knew he was gonna die. I wish I could talk to him. Don't nobody even care about King right like that. I don't think they gonna slide like that. I don't think nothing finna happen because of that. So
They finna waste the rest of their money on that.
we ain't even gonna act like ain't nothing finna happen. Just y'all go in the house. Whoever ain't get shot, you lucky today. I'm from 1 hour. It's over.
After this, they even started reliving the hit, saying that their ops aren't used to somebody jumping out of the car and firing at them non-stop.
I used to just put on the cuss for real.
Licking at your ass.
Really on your ass. You just get the flap past your leg. You just want to pull up one of these because you act like you fake tough. But if it hit you, man, this shot can't move.
Crook getting that deal before they got you too.
Whilst King Von is alive bragging about this hit from another city, O-Block members Muwop posted a picture on Instagram with fellow member Duke saying that they are shooters. Meanwhile, E-Dog from O-Block jumped on Twitter to say that the get back is not over. Just the day after the murder, King Von tweeted saying that the stakes are higher now than ever and that the police have their eye on him. Von later tweeted claiming that his brothers made the new op pack, literally giving direct responsibility for this murder to his team. It seemed clear at this point that Von was not only happy about the killing that his friends from O-Block were doing, but he was actively encouraging it, and quite possibly the one giving the orders. Friends of Man would post outright saying that they believed King Von paid for the hit.
Doing all that, tap him off and see if he can get up and all that go fast. I want to talk about too.
Well, do you guys feel that it was somebody from the other side that may have did it, or you think it was like a random act of violence in the city of Chicago?
You know, did it, man. All these niggas in the city did it, man.
Okay.
That hate us. But they ain't gonna step outside them gates though. But they know. King Von. We gonna say his name. King Von.
But Von honestly didn't seem to care about anything
Nigga
else.
crazy.
Despite the fact that word was spreading that he was the shot caller in Get Back Gang's murders, Von wasn't trying to keep this a secret. In fact,
That man
he was
said
ready to
King.
broadcast that message to millions of people. Because on July the 31st, 2018, Lil Durk's Only the Family Involved Volume 1 compilation album.
I saw, hey gang,
project featured many of
I
Lil
saw
Durk's
like
friends,
what's up?
including
What
King
Lil
Von,
P
who
at? Lil
spent
P
some
like what Lil
time
P
to
locked
be
up
the
for?
new
I ain't even
project
know.
with
You know these niggas be disappearing, and you know I've been locked up. I was locked up so long. Lil P bogus though. He just instantly that was kind of like funny saying niggas name like that. Lil P. Hey man, let's get these likes up. 600 likes, man.
Von having hitters that catch
600 likes, man. Almost some more subscribers and some, you
bodies
know.
for him. Even
Show
warning
me some
people,
love,
do
dude.
not get bodied by me. The song essentially tells the story of O-Block shooters killing people on Von's command.
I'm gonna put
The
it.
song
I'm gonna
also
put it
featured
in,
an intro
when I
video
upload it. I'm
shouting
gonna
out
put
"Get
it.
Back
It's on
Gang,"
YouTube
and
though.
there were lyrics
That
about
might be
using
everywhere
the
though.
target and witnesses. Von would rap that killing is his hobby.
We almost been
He
on here
says that
what
his
2
loyal
hours?
members are the ones catching bodies for him. Von would also tease a music video for this track, which ended up dropping on Lil Durk's official YouTube channel on August the 9th, King Von's 24th birthday. Meanwhile, Lil Durk was impressed with King Von's murder raps, tweeting that Von was next up to break into the rap game. And this would be followed by Von telling fans that he would soon be dropping music with Lil Durk himself, and saying that he would be switching up and not associating with anyone he used to know.
Once the song with Dirk dropped, I'm acting like I don't know none of y'all. I'm acting for money. I'm changing up.
Durk was clearly seeing the potential in King Von's music.
Y'all
And
crazy.
from here, the two of them would be seen together on social media, having a good time and getting the fans more and more familiar with Durk's newest prospect.
Yeah, the way they
We'll see.
bodies like that. Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy. Come on, man. Get your cat dog looking ass on. Get your rat looking ass, big mouse looking ass on. Mickey Mouse.
Von was beginning to lay the foundations for a successful rap career, but he also continued to be reckless. Around this time, Von is seen in a viral Instagram live clip telling a small child on O-Block to disrespect Tuka and training him to shoot people in the head with a water pistol.
Shoot him, let's see.
See, raising kids, other people kids, goofy.
You got a point right here. Boom. Say it. You gotta shoot him and say it. Shoot him.
shot Tuka? Say Tuka, man. Shoot him again. Shoot him, Messi.
After this, Von would tweet about having killers around him and posting pictures of his whole crew. And as Von's popularity grew, people would eventually annotate these pictures, speculating on how many people each O Block member had killed. Naturally, all of this reckless behavior on social media brought even more police attention onto O Block. By the end of August 2018, the block is hot, and King Von is seen on live observing arrests taking place.
Von ain't no serial killer, man. His ass was a stupid killer.
Getting out of there. They trying to find
Everything, you know, on Twitter talking. Yeah, he gave him all the evidence. He was like, he probably was setting up, knowing I'ma die soon. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lil Tim gonna win self-defense probably, for sure.
Traffic man skirt. We gonna get
Sick people talk, though. He was playing mind games with these people, G. You feel me?
Somebody gangbang on us, BDK.
Von would tweet about not wanting to discuss murders on camera and suggesting that at this point the gang war must be over. But as we'd later find out, the war would be far from over. While King Von was making a name for himself as a rapper, still commanding his shooters from O Block, he would continue to be associated with serious crimes from a distance. With the next incident involving one of his longest running enemies and a feared op of O Block's, Wooski.
Shout out Wooski.
King Von had started out October 2018 strong, fresh off the back of his song and music video Problems, where he appeared to celebrate his gang-murdering O-Block rival Can't Get Right. Von would continue pushing his career forward, dropping a full music video for his first song, Beat That Body with THF Bezu, which featured an intro where they both walked out of jail together. Outside of the music, Von was also beginning to notice the many videos being made about him and his past, even resharing a YouTube video breaking down his Twitter beef with FBG Duck, seemingly unhappy. Clearly, Von was monitoring his reputation on social media and cultivating his brand as the toughest rapper out. Doing all of this whilst real violent crimes would continue to play out on the streets of Chicago where he was from. Just before 4 p.m. on October the 9th, 2018, Chicago rapper Dusky the Man, real name Ventrese Chris, would be shot in the head on the 5600 block of South Michigan Avenue, apparently the result of a drive-by carried out by a passing brown vehicle. The evening before the murder took place, Von would tweet that there's a dark cloud over Chicago. King Von would go on live a few days later with Lil Durk, saying that he's smoking Dusky, KI, Tuka, and P5.
A lot of Tuka men in there, like a lot of fathead Dusky now, a lot of K on the L.
E-Dog in there.
A lot of P5 in the down. Light bitch big in the L. Okay, he got his foot out. What's going on? Put your foot out. Hey, nigga, man. Hey, change, man. You a gangster. Only gangsters eat that. You look big, but you on. You look nice. You looking real like a shining up. DG like us, a player gangster. Damn, shining up man.
Violence was continuing to play out in the streets, and Von was loving it, because he would continue taking the details of killings his crew were allegedly involved in and placing them into musical gangbanging anthems. Just after a week after the Dusky shooting on October the 18th, he dropped a new song called War With Us, notable for lyrics that appeared to take credit for the murder of female driller KI, as well as lines dissing Tuka, and Von ending the song literally saying that he is a hitman. Von was dangerous, but now he was beginning to make it as a rapper. He wanted the whole world to know just how dangerous he really was. And one of the biggest enemies he wanted to get even with is a Tukaville GD by the name of Wooski. Von and Wooski had been going back and forth all the way back to 2012, when Von was catching bodies in Chicago. Von and Wooski had an infamous exchange on Twitter after trying to catch each other lacking at the local convenience store. Von would tweet at Wooski, bragging about people Wooski knew who Von or his friends had killed, something that Wooski would do back to Von in response. In one shocking back and forth in 2012, Von even bragged to Wooski that he had more bodies and attempts than him, with the two arguing about who would end up getting killed first. Not only did Von and Wooski's feud in the streets run deep all the way back before 2012, but now that Von was trying to make it as a rapper, he would be contending with the likes of Wooski picking up a microphone too, with Wooski having dropped the very disrespectful song Computers at the start of 2018, a track that featured numerous lyrics insulting dead O-Block affiliates like Big A, J Money, White, Chino, and O.D. Perry. Wooski even ended the song saying that they're on the hunt for the killers of Poppy and TB. two of the prominent murders seemingly committed by O-Block's Get Back gang. So, the beef between Von and Wooski was incredibly personal, and Wooski was also very close with the recently deceased Dusky, with them having made the song Shooters together. Just a few days after Dusky was killed, King Von and others from O-Block would FaceTime Wooski, telling him that they were going to catch him by surprise.
This your big brother, yeah, you know the This your big brother, you know. I wish I could say one of y'all was my boy, but got all groupies over there.
So, from here, it seems like Wooski's ops hatched up a plot to shoot up Dusky's funeral because they knew that he would be there. On the afternoon of the 22nd of October, at Dusky's funeral, soon after this picture is taken, a car turns up. People jump out of that car and begin shooting into the crowd outside the church, firing indiscriminately, but looking specifically to kill Wooski. 6 people were hit in this shooting, with Wooski himself being shot in the head, but he would miraculously survive. Only a few days after the shooting, Von would begin tweeting, I kid you not, comparing himself to Jesus, and then tweeting, laugh now, cry later, and game over, we won, with fellow O-Block shooter Muwop retweeting and agreeing with this. Over the next few years, Von would go on to drop numerous disrespectful lyrics referencing the shooting of Wooski, like on the track Grandson for President, where he raps that Wooski got shot in his head and now has to take medicine for his injuries. Von would rap on the song GTA, Who Shot Wooski? How Would I Know? Von also rapped on the track Go and Get 'Em that he will be at your funeral on time to give your mother a tissue. And then there's the lyrics on his track Back Again, where he literally says that he slides at funerals, shoots everyone outside, and that Wooski is going to feel this one. Going on to say, I bet Wooski's still twitching, he changed, something different. Those are some of the most disrespectful lyrics I have ever come across, but it's also incredibly self-incriminating. It's honestly insane that Von was getting away with stuff like this, but it really was this kind of raw and real content that attracted so many people to his music, whether or not they even knew what he was talking about. From here, Von would continue to mock Wooski throughout his career, posting disrespectful pictures to him on Instagram on a regular basis. But ultimately, despite being literally shot in the head, Wooski is still alive today in 2023 and still posting on Instagram. In fact, Wooski would indeed outlive King Von, just like he had promised him on Twitter in 2012, the day before Boss Trail died. But for the time being, Wooski would take a step back from the beef with Von and O-Block, and a newly charged King Von would go all in on his rap career, continuing to roll with Lil Durk and going on to record song after song about living the lifestyle of a shot-calling killer. But unfortunately for Lil Durk, rolling with this loose cannon would soon be causing him problems too, and it would only be a matter of months after the funeral shooting that Lil Durk would find himself in a car with a trigger-happy King Von, perhaps succumbing to peer pressure and picking up a gun of his own, with Lil Durk making a split-second decision that would nearly cost him his career and free.
Are you tired of feeling under...
Hey, look. Oh, yeah, with this one. I've been on here 2 hours, man. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I love y'all. I'm going to finish it. If y'all can come back and watch it with me, if y'all want to, I'm going to do part 2. Let me see. I'm going to come back and do part 2 later on, man. You know, it's good hanging with y'all, man, watching it. Dude, it's an interesting video, you know what I'm saying? I just want to, you know, see what's on the internet, you know what I'm saying? What they talking about. A lot of people be talking like, okay, oh, he a snitch, or he da-da-da-da. Father's talking about me, but you got somebody all the way in London on the other side of the globe that's telling us in the United States about what's going on in Chicago. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what's really going on? You feel me? On my mama, it's decent. It obviously decent and interesting that we sat there for 2. Look on it. We've been on here how many hours? Been on her 128 minutes. How long is that? That's like 2 hours and some change, I think, right? Or I can't count. Yeah, he in our business, but our business is all over the world. Our business is all over the internet. Everybody business is all over the internet. So can't nobody get mad at nobody that, you know what I'm saying? You can't get mad that he sat there. Listen, These smart guys are sitting back and capitalizing off our stuff. But is they wrong? Everybody capitalize off us. Everybody, because the niggas and the black people, we not people ain't sitting around the same way. This how I started vlogging. You know how much money academics and all these other people was making off us? Let me get on here and tell my side of the story. You feel me? Yeah. And I ain't gonna say, I'm not even gonna dog it. A lot of the stuff, the whole world, his cousin tried to get his video took down, got his video took down, but all this stuff is Von put out into the universe. Von put it on Twitter. Von put it in his music. Von put all this stuff out to the universe. So you can't get mad at this man. How could you get mad at this man? I say he was a very messy, demonic guy. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell. I'm going to be back. What time is it? I'm going to be back probably about an hour to finish up the rest so we could go through it together, man. Hey, it was nice rocking with y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, but follow my my Instagram, King Yella from, just like Von stuff, FRM, King Yella from, ADABLOCK, King Yella from Ada Block, man. Yeah, and go check out my new song right now, streaming on YouTube. It's called, what's my new song called, gang? Y'all know my new song? I forgot it. It's called Reason. I'm playing. Y'all know what's going on. It's your boy King Yella. I'm out.